Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Georgetown Eagle Football on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside my good friend and color analyst tonight, Mr. Michael Francis, visiting from Leander from Rouse High School. But, Michael, good to have you in the house tonight, friends. An important opening game for the Georgetown Eagles as they host the Waco High Lions from Waco, Texas. This is a team that struggled. They did beat University, Michael, only by a few points. And coming off of last week for Waco, that's a team that struggled. 48 losses in a row, I believe now. And so Waco High is going to have their work cut out for them tonight. But we talk about a Georgetown team who you were with me last week up in Abilene. The Eagles came out. They struggled early. They were able to start striking, and they didn't stop striking until the final 31-7. Michael, you were there. You saw it. Tell us about it, brother.
Well, it was an exciting game watching Class 5A Wiley play for their first time in the classification against the Georgetown Eagles. And Georgetown was just too much for them to handle. Georgetown coming away with 393 yards of total offense, 146 on the ground, with 247 yards passing through the air from Jackson Siosa. And also had 25 first downs, so prolific offense for the Georgetown Eagles on their first game of the 2018 season.
And, of course, Jackson Siosa now following the footsteps of Cooper Bell. He did throw one interception. Remember, Cooper last year threw only one all season. But here's the thing, Jackson just starting out, a phenomenal job, as you just said. And, man, you got to talk about Noah Drum, too. That young man racking up well over 100 yards through the air. Let's talk a little bit about Noah as well.
Yeah, Noah Drum, he had 11 receptions for 140 yards. He had 13 yards per catch average, and he also scored a touchdown and a two-point conversion on a reception.
So a good, well night for Georgetown. That's how they needed to start the season off, Michael. They did their work last week. Can they do the work again this week as we now flip views over to the field, and we will send it down over now to the field. Of course, you out there right now are only hearing the audio here on our YouTube channel. But it is a beautiful night for football here in Central Texas. Again, I'm Rob Hipp, your play-by-play announcer. Michael Francis in the booth with us as well, Nathan Height, as well as Joshua Harris, Galen Welnicki, and David England. Before we get started and talk about all that's going on, we're about 5 minutes until kickoff here at Georgetown High School. We do want to let you know that Georgetown Eagle football is presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. That's what we're going to call it all season. We appreciate the fine folks at Oak Ridge and Joshua Harris for all that they do, not only in the Georgetown community, but throughout Central Texas. We'll talk more about them in a little bit. Our gold sponsors, Joshua Harris with the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Ricky Poe at Georgetown Jewelry, Ty Gibson at Minuteman Press. Silver sponsors this year, good friend Doug Grove with the Pregame Insurance Group. Our team supporters, Boomtown Escapes. And the SHN to community commitment to community this year is Trennis Jones with the Positive Coaching Alliance of Central Texas. We do have three quarter sponsors, first, second, and third, respectively, as we go down the list. Kristen Miller with eTeachingMe.com, Chris Courtney with Courtney Home Inspections, and Todd Hargrove with Todd Hargrove State Farm. Before we dig into it, a quick word about Oak Ridge Disciple House. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based Christian character building ministry that helps men 18 and older overcome substance abuse addiction through a well-planned and structured program. If you or someone you know is struggling to overcome their addiction, the Oak Ridge Disciple House can help. Please visit them online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Again, thank you to Joshua Harris and the Oak Ridge Disciple House for your generous support of Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN Sports. Well, Michael, as we're just under 4 minutes before we get started here, Georgetown tonight will be in their Eagle blue jerseys with the numbers in white. They'll be in the gray pants tonight with blue stripes, Georgetown wearing blue socks. They do have the Eagle silver helmets on, and Waco tonight will be in white jerseys with red numbering and red helmets and black socks. We're up here in the booth, Michael, about the 45-yard line as the Eagles break through the Flying G, making their way onto the field. We're going to have a good one here tonight for Friday Night Lights, brother.
Oh, man, it's just exciting. Friday night football in the state of Texas. You can't ask for anything better.
Leading the pack coming out of there, I believe that was Elijah Clough and company, as the Eagles, as they always do, they broke free heading from right to left all the way down to the Patriots side, and they will take a knee and say a quick prayer. It's something that Georgetown does here, and you talk about the humbleness of these kids. It is a team that remains humble, a team that gives back to the community, and a team that makes our job easy on Thursday nights when we do the SHN, on Wednesday nights when we do the SHN Coaches Show.
So exciting. Captains take the field for the coin toss, and we'll find out who will be receiving and who will be kicking off here in just a moment.
Captains for Georgetown tonight, Nick Petter out there alongside Kevin Espinosa. Then number 25 is on the field. That's Jonathan Nightmare, as they've come to call him here, and then Xavier Torres for the Georgetown Eagles. Those captains are out there right now. A handful of captains for Waco. Some of those Demarion Lyons, the defensive back senior, is out there alongside Corey Ebron, the defensive end senior. And Georgetown gets the toss, and they elect to receive, and that's where we'll start here in about 2 minutes tonight. Michael, it was a day that was scattered with showers. Some areas saw some lightning, but I got to tell you, friend, things have cleared up beautifully here at Georgetown High School. For those out there listening on the audio only right now, man, you can just paint a beautiful picture with what you see here tonight.
Oh, beautiful. Hill country in the background. Got the lights on in the house, and we're ready to play some high school football here in Georgetown.
We will have time to send it down to the national anthem. Please join us in honoring our country as we listen to the national anthem as the colors are now being presented from left to right across the 10-yard line. We'll step aside and be right back. Georgetown Eagle football presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House returns in a few moments.
Tonight's national anthem will be sung by GHS Choir Senior Maddie Thompson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, a beautiful rendition of our country's national anthem as we are set for a beautiful night of football here in Central Texas. Again, Rob Hipp alongside Michael Francis. Michael, your early takeaways from last week as we're about to get started here from Georgetown, Texas tonight.
Well, for Georgetown, defensively, they need to continue what they did last week as, they just were a wall against Wiley. They were able to hold the Bulldogs only to 199 yards of offense, 111 yards rushing, and 88 yards of receiving, 12 first downs, and they also created 4 turnovers in winning the turnover battle. So Wiley was able to get inside the 35 4 times. They reached the 33, the 21, and the 7 twice, and Georgetown held without giving up a score. They made some adjustments after the first quarter and came back and just were a wall for the Bulldogs. So we're looking for the same thing tonight. Offensively, Jackson Siosa needs to continue where he left off last week through his air attack, and Xavier Torres on the ground along with Rodan. Rodan, a big bruising running back that can make things happen.
Set to kick things off here. Waco will kick this ball off from left to right. It's 86 degrees, humidity 57%. The wind will not be a factor tonight. It is only blowing out of the south at 3 miles per hour. We are set for Friday Night Lights right here in Georgetown, Texas. Thanks for joining us on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Set to kick this one away for Waco will be the senior kicker, number 80, Chris Esqueda. Escueda set to kick this one away. 2 back to receive for Georgetown. Those 2 set back to receive. I believe it's Elijah Clough, and it may be Noah Drum out there. We'll see the numbers here shortly. If we've got those wrong, we'll correct them as we go on tonight. 2 back to receive. The kick is up from end over end at the 40 from left to right, and Friday Night's Alive here and well. That one goes to the backfield, and Georgetown is going to take it out on the far side hash mark. Running is Xavier Torres, finds rhythm across the 25, chasing the sidelines as he goes, and he's finally brought down around the 36. What an early return by Georgetown to get things started.
Yeah, exciting to see Xavier Torres playing back there and taking the kick 3 yards deep in the end zone and bringing it out to the 36. He has great vision and cuts well.
Xavier Torres getting things started here for Georgetown as they will have the ball. 11:52 just underway. First possession for Georgetown. They'll have the ball on the far side hash mark, and they line up this time with a very tight formation, all stacked up to the right. A little trickeration going on here for Georgetown to start things. Now they move the ball around. And, boy, trying to describe that play is going to be hard for up here, Michael.
You usually see that on a field goal attempt.
1st and 10, the handoff to Torres as he angles his way to the outside around the 35, and it's going to be a loss of 1 or 2 on the play. The ball starting out on Georgetown's own. Where do they have that, Michael? Looks like around the 36. They're going to lose a yard on a play.
So the trickeration didn't work really well, so we'll look to see what they do here.
2nd down and 11, ball on Georgetown's own 35. Siosin, the high snap back over to Torres. Torres angles his way to the 40-yard line on the outside, and again, he stopped, but he will pick up a few. It'll be 3rd down and long for the Eagles as they elected to run both of these, and that's going to set up a little tough situation here for the Eagles. Coming onto the field for the first time tonight, the junior 6', 185 wide receiver, number 15, Corey Coleman. So Coleman out there on the near side is Dylan Cahill. 2 receivers stacked up to the right. Siosin on a 3rd and 7 from his own 39. High snap, Siosin. Good protection, has an angle, and Siosin avoids a sack, and now he's going to be brought down in between the hash marks. The Waco Lions coming alive early here on defense and stopping Georgetown on 3rd.
Yeah, Georgetown with a quick 3 and out is something you didn't see from them last week against Wiley. Waco stuffing the run and then closing down on Siosin, who looked like he might escape on the pass, but was eventually brought down behind the line.
We'll see if it's Matt Diaz set to kick this one away. That was the early indication that we got before the game. Georgetown on a 4th and 7. They've got the ball on their own 33. The kicker or punter is standing around the 19. This is a short punt. It does gain some air and fair caught around the 30 in between the hash marks into the hands of Waco's J.D. Reese. And that punter actually was Elijah Clough, if I'm not mistaken, Michael.
I think you may be right.
So Georgetown, not the way they wanted to start things here in their home opener. They come up empty-handed, having to punt a drive that started out on their own 36. It stalled, and for the first time tonight, Waco will take the field. They'll have the ball on the far side hash mark at their own 33-yard line. It may be Jordan Fuller out there at quarterback, and it is. So Fuller will be the quarterback tonight. He'll line up in shotgun, 2 receivers up high, 1 receiver down low. The handoff on an end-around play, chasing near the 30 and trying to dive his way forward for a couple of yards, and the Georgetown defense read that one for a 1-yard loss. On the play there, it was Kemeon Taylor, Matt Anderson and company on the tackle. Taylor, a wide receiver junior, wearing number 84. And that's a good defensive start, Michael, for Georgetown.
Great defensive start as the defensive backfield followed the play and closed it off before they could make any significant yardage.
2nd down and 10 or 11 from Waco on their own 32. And again, Georgetown in the backfield. The Blue Storm defense coming alive with a sack in the backfield as Sammy Johnson, the running back, tried to run that one away. And it was a host of Eagles saying, "You're not going to fly tonight, baby."
That defensive line doing what they did last week, and that's shut down the middle and making the backs run to the outside.
On the near side to us, Elijah Clough. On the defensive end, here on a 3rd down and a long 12, Waco has it on their own 31, the far side hash mark. Quarterback dancing on the lines, throws this one, lobs it up in the air, and Georgetown able to read it beautifully. Incomplete around the 40 on the Georgetown side. That pass intended for the Waco receiver. I believe that was into the hands of Matthew Mason, and it's incomplete, and Georgetown defense answers the call as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rob, just an early observation. I just saw Tyler Knowles triple teamed up the middle, a big reason why Georgetown is shutting down the inside game for Waco.
Waco set to kick this one away or punt this one away on a 4th down and 12 around his own 20. The ball sails end over end and now spiraling as it will angle its way on the far side out of bounds mark around the 35. We'll see where the official spot is, and Georgetown will have the ball for the second time tonight. We'll see if they can come alive on offense here, Michael.
Well, they definitely need to. That first one, a 3 and out, they need to definitely make the difference and drive this down the field and establish their game.
Well, Jackson Seosin last week against Wiley ran the ball 4 times, 7 attempts. He had 1 touchdown on the ground, averaged 1.8 yards rushing. But then that passing game for Seosin coming alive in the second, third, and fourth, 23 for 39, 247. He had 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Javante Rodan here in as Seosin hands off to Rodan on a 1st down and 10, and that's going to be a loss of about 4. That ball was started, they marked him way up, Michael. I failed to mention that around the 43 is where Georgetown has it after that punt, and a loss of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and long. Georgetown splits out quickly in a hurry-up offense. 2 receivers to either side on the far side, hash mark from right to left. Score 0-0, 8:24 to go. Seosin on a 2nd and 13 finds his receiver into the hands of Isaiah Fillmore, and Fillmore will get back to the original line of scrimmage on the near side. Only a gain of a couple. Make it 3rd down and a long 9 for Georgetown. Well, they've only got that ball, Michael, up to around the, looks like they've got him at the 44.
Well, the big part of that is number 3, the senior Corey Ebron for the Lions. He's in the backfield constantly tonight.
3rd and 9 is Seosin on his own 39. Throws it, has a man wide open in 1st down territory to the outside. And we'll see if they give him the forward progress. And my, I don't want to sound negative, but he had forward progress, and they're going to mark him 1 yard short. That was into the hands of the Georgetown receiver. And I beg your pardon, it was Corey Coleman there who had that reception. And, Michael, I've just got to say it, that is a questionable spot. As Coleman had it above that 1st down marker, they didn't give him the forward progress.
Well, I think what hurt him, Rob, was he tried to make something happen, and once he established that, that's where he went down at, and they would not give him that forward yardage on there.
Elijah Clough set to punt this one on a 4th down and 1. Look for a fake here, possibly, for the Eagles. They've done it this season, a good team to do it to, and they elect to go for the fake. It's Clough up the middle, and he has the 1st down just inside the 40-yard line. What a play call by the Georgetown Eagles. Javante Rodan was the one with the play. Thought it went to Clough early, but they snapped it directly to Rodan, and Rodan, I told you they were going to fake it. They went for it. They got it. Georgetown 1st down on a 4th and 1.
Well, Coach Dean will take chances out on the field, and he's never been shy about doing that.
Rodan says, I will dance all night, baby, if you give me the ball. 1st down and 10, Georgetown in Waco territory. They've got the ball on the 44-yard line, the far hash mark, high snap Seosin. He's going to hand off as his back angles to the outside. He'll pick up about 7, a healthy Campbell Soup gain there. On the run, it was Xavier Torres, the 5'9", 155-pound running back, doing damage on 1st down.
Xavier Torres has good field of vision and quick feet. He gets through the line fast.
Fillmore is going to be one of the receivers here on the near side on a 2nd down and short 1. Georgetown on the Waco 34. Fillmore's in motion. 2 receivers up and down. Snap to Seosin. Seosin lobs one up into the air, trying to catch it as he angled his way on the outside marker of the 10. It's incomplete around the 10-yard line into the hands of Dylan Cahill. Almost incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and a short 1.
Good fade route, timing route by Jackson Seosin. He just lofted it just a bit too high beyond the reach of Dylan Cahill.
A drive that started out on their own 43, a 4th down and 1. Fake punt as Georgetown got the 1st down. Now it's 3rd and 1. They've got the ball on their own 34. Far side hash mark right to left. No score, 6:21 in the 1st quarter. Seosin's going to keep it on the keeper, just dancing outside that far side hash mark. And a 1st down for Jackson Seosin. Eagles moving the chains at the 29.
Well, Georgetown continuing what they did last week. They're mixing up the run and the pass, and was successful for them, and they're doing it again tonight.
David England working the camera for us tonight, doing a great job as always. Appreciate you, David. First down and 10. Georgetown on the Waco 29. Trips this time to the left, one receiver up, one back offset. Georgetown may have got an early start, and they did. That's going to be a false start against the Eagles. And I believe getting that early jump was Noah pa-rum-pum-pum drum. And he had the drum beat a little too early on that play, Michael.
He did. Georgetown is going to have to improve on the snap. Several of the snaps have been very high and almost over the head of Jackson Siosen.
Cahill and Fillmore line up on the near side. One receiver all alone up top. From right to left we are. First and 15. The ball on the Waco 34. In motion is Cahill as he runs upstairs now, and a flag called here. They didn't run out of time. They're going to call another false start against Georgetown. That'll set them back 5 more. Back-to-back penalties on a first down and 10 will now be first down and 20 here at the 5:50 mark in the first quarter.
And that's the kind of penalty that'll just make a coach pull his hair out, and I guarantee you Coach Dean is not happy.
First quarter brought to you by Kristen Miller with eTeachingMe.com. We appreciate Kristen Miller. eTeachingMe, providing educational services for all children, parents, and educators to help develop a successful foundation for learning. Visit eTeachingMe online at eTeachingMe.com. On a first and 20, a pass at the 40, still on his feet across the 30, spinning around, and finally brought down on the far side at the 25 as flags fly.
Late hit.
And that may be a late hit call, as getting up from that was Xavier Torres. The normal running back had that one on a catch, though, as he's clapping his hand, and Georgetown may get a nice little break here on a nice Friday night. Still waiting to see that call, and I think you're right, Michael.
15-yard penalty on the late hit by Waco.
At the 5:27 mark, we're still scoreless here in the first quarter of action. Georgetown versus Waco. Thanks for joining us tonight here from Georgetown, Texas. The Eagles have it first down and 10. They're on the Waco 13-yard line as they move from right to left. Siosen in shotgun, one receiver on the bottom as Cahill runs up top to join his other teammate. Siosen here, fake handoff, flags fly again. Torres on the run, dancing through defenders, another flag flies. Boy, somebody has got to get the washing machines going tonight. A lot of dirty laundry. Trying to angle his way outside that time, brought down at the 10, but we'll see if this one's coming back on an offensive hold.
I think we're gonna have a face mask and a holding penalty.
So we may have, we like to say the variety type up here. So it may be the kind of cancels each other out variety type.
Right.
We'll see. Georgetown fans pouring into the stadium here at GISD Athletic Complex, known as Birkelbach Field. No. So it was an illegal motion on the offense as well as holding. They will decline the illegal motion, but Waco will accept the holding penalty. That'll put Georgetown back, I believe, 10, Michael?
Yes, sir.
And so what was close to threatening in the red zone or inside the red zone, now they're outside of the red zone on the far side hash mark at the Waco 22. 5:12 to go, first quarter, no score here from Georgetown High School. On the far side hash mark, the Eagles have it, threatening back in the red zone on a first down and 20 from the Waco 22. Siosen in shotgun has a back lined up behind him in the eye. He is going to pass instead over to the near side at the 20. Still finding room across the 10. Dancing through defenders down near the 5-yard line. What a powerful run on the play after the catch by Chris Martinez. You talk about effective running. Martinez got that ball on the near side hash mark, able to dance through defenders. You saw his power, Michael. What a play by Georgetown as he got it all the way inside the 10.
Outstanding mix of plays that Georgetown is throwing at Waco on this second drive.
Second down and 5. The ball appears to be spotted at the 7 from here. Siosen shotgun, 2 receivers close here on the near side. High snap. Siosen is going to hand off again to his back, plowing his way forward, and finally brought down after no gain. It looked like on that play that Georgetown's Xavier Torres had some running room, but the trickeration didn't work, and he'll be stopped for no gain back at the 9. Well, they maybe gave him a few. It looks like he's going to pick up a few, Michael. Inside the 10, it'll be third down and a short 6 at the 9-yard line. Siosen near side hash mark, 2 receivers to either side. Torres is back behind him. Hard count. Siosen gets it, has plenty of room. The protection's still there. Now he angles to the inside, looks back to the left. He's being chased down. Siosen throws it wisely away. On that play, the pressure coming avoiding the sack, but it was Cameron Clark and company. Boy, it was Clark, the 42 and the 44. We only have a name for 42 or for 44 out there, but Clark, a good job on the pressure. Georgetown going to have to try to do a field goal here as they weren't able to keep that drive alive, Michael.
I'm surprised that he didn't draw the flag because the pass didn't make it to the line of scrimmage. It fell about a yard short.
This will be Matt Diaz set to kick this one away. It'll be 4th down and 6. Georgetown elects to go for the field goal here on the 9. The ball, the placeholder will have it, Seosin, at the 16, so a 26-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up. It's on its way from 26 yards. And for Diaz, Luis Diaz's little brother, it's good. Georgetown takes the early lead, 3-0, 3:37 to go here in the first quarter. Michael, we'll keep it right here, man. It's been exciting.
It has been exciting. Georgetown was effective driving and just kind of shot themselves in the foot. Had some untimely penalties called, made some big yardage, and would give up here and there, and ended up being stopped short. Diaz able to get the 26-yard field goal and splits the uprights. Georgetown takes a 3-0 lead here in the first with 3:37 to go.
Well, Diaz, Michael, his brother Luis Diaz, who kicked here, all honors kiddo back in the day here at Georgia. I say back in the day, just a short time ago. And Diaz, brother, now kicking. And we've got a good kicking game, I think, this year for Georgetown. Last year struggling a bit. They didn't have a well-established kicker. No offense to the young man Northcutt, but he came from the golf field, and for what he did as a golfer, he did a pretty amazing job. So definitely good to have Diaz blood back in the Eagle bath, if you will.
Right.
So Georgetown will set to kick this one away. Diaz, who just had that 26-yard field goal moments ago, will kick it from the tee at the 40, in between the hash marks from right to left, to set back to receive for Waco. And I goofed and didn't bring my binoculars again tonight. There's two back there at the 5-yard line. I can't see who those two guys are, Michael. We'll try to get a look here in a minute. One of them, boy, they're just turned at the wrong angle. Don't you hate that? Right. And no numbers on the shoulder. The kick is up and away. It's going to be a short one. It will take a roll on the far side around the 15. As Waco has it in between the hash marks, now finds his way across the 25 to the 30 on the near side, tight roping as he goes down to the 40. A nice return there by the running back senior, number 5, Randy Carpenter. And Carpenter will give his Waco Lions team a good start just inside the 40-yard line, trailing 3-0.
Great field position to start with. It looks like they are at the 38-yard line. Georgetown effectively shutting them down on their first drive. We'll see what we can do here against the second drive. Great atmosphere here at the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex.
Fuller on a 1st down and 10 for Waco on their own 38. Two backs behind him. He's going to hand off to his back. Cutting over to the side is the running back, Sammy Johnson. And Johnson will have a semi-healthy gain, if you can. That's kind of saying, is a granola bar really healthy for you? So we'll call it a granola bar gain for about 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down as he was brought down at the 42 of his own side. Can you say that, Michael? A granola bar gain?
Granola bar gain. That's a new one for me, buddy.
2nd down and 6. Waco has it from their own 42-yard line. In shotgun, again, handoff to the same back is Johnson, and Johnson will plow his way forward for a tough gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and long at the Waco 44.
I'll tell you what, a whole host of Eagles there to shut him down. See Elijah Kloof and Taco Williams. Gage Leggett, all there to shut him down.
Yeah, it looks like they gave him a little healthier spot than was expected there.
Tyler Knowles coming off the field. See who they brought in. I think it may be Braden Hargrove.
3rd down and 4, 2:13 to go first quarter. Georgetown leads 3-0. Waco with the ball, driving from left to right on their own 44. The pass, it is incomplete on the Georgetown 49. The intended receiver on the far side was Chris Esqueda. And Esqueda not able to skate out of that one, and Georgetown forces another 4th down. We'll see if Waco goes for it here, although I think they should punt here. as they're still on their own side around the 44. We'll see what happens here, Michael.
Well, interesting. Noah Drum will be the deep back for the Eagles. Last time, Waco shanked it out of bounds.
The kick here is up on its way. The punt angles to the outside around the 18, and that is where Georgetown will start things off here.
It's like Waco is trying to work the sidelines on their punt game and not give the dangerous Noah Drum an opportunity to return.
A drive for Waco that started on their own 38. It stalls. Great defense by Georgetown again. The Eagles will have it here at the 156 mark on the third drive of the night. The ball on the far side hash mark. They'll start out this time on their own 19. For Georgetown, this is their worst field starting percentage or field yardage from the night. Seosin in shotgun, trips, empty backfield, low snap here. Seosin throws over, has his man at the 20, and he's drilled incomplete at the 20-yard line. The intended receiver there, Javante Rodan, and that time Rodan he did.
Pass broken up by number 20, Keith Guillory, for Waco High, and he read that all the way. Seosin telegraphed that pass. He only looked to his first check and never beyond that, and was lucky not to have that intercepted and taken back to the house.
There's a penalty flag as well. Georgetown is going to go back another 5 yards here. It will be 2nd down and 15, I believe, unless they elected to watch that play. Galen, did you see that up there? They're still showing it as 1st and 15, so they're going to do this one over after the penalty here. Georgetown will have it on their own 14. The ball here deep down near the 50, and it's incomplete, just out of the reach on the near side, into the hands intended for Dylan Cahill, and it'll be 2nd down and a long 15.
I'll tell you what, if it would have been in his hands, he would have been to the house because there wasn't anybody within 4 yards to him.
See there on the replay, for those of you that will see that a little bit later on the video, had it right near his fingertips. 2nd down and 15. Georgetown may have started early again on their own 14. And an incomplete pass here will be 3rd down and a long 15.
Seosin tripped over his own feet. He was lucky he didn't go down. Did a good job keeping his balance and making that throw over to Xavier Torres, who just lost the grip on it and goes to the ground incomplete.
3rd down and 15. Georgetown on their own 14. 1:42 to go, leading 3-0 here. Seosin and another false start, and that'll move them back another 5. Boy, coach is not going to be happy with all these false starts to start this game, Michael.
I know it. Isaiah Fillmore, the guilty party on that particular infraction. Frustrating for a coach because you know the snap counts, and I know that Seosin is very good at working that hard count, and sometimes he may cause his own team to be the victim.
And the movement was up there on the far side. It'll be 3rd down and a long 20, showing pressure here is Waco. Georgetown from their own 14. Seosin getting trapped in the backfield, somehow able to escape. Still dancing through defenders across the 10 as he angles his way to the near side. And he will finally be brought down. A play where he could have got trapped around the 2. Seosin able to get it up. Makes it a little more manageable on 4th down. He'll have it around the 12.
He takes a 6-yard loss and gains back about 4 yards. Dancing around the way he did. Great job on Seosin's part.
Georgetown will have to punt this one away from their own end zone. The punter back there, Elijah Clough, standing around the L of the Eagles at the 1-minute mark. His team leads 3-0, 4th and 17. The punt from the goal line. This is going to be a short line drive, no fair catch called on the 40 of Waco. And wow, they are going to say he fair caught it there around the 40, and that was J.D. Reese. I guess they stopped that one because it was short?
His knee hit the ground.
Oh, his knee hit the ground. I was about to say you don't stop a punt because it's short.
He caught it from his knees. One knee on the ground.
50 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
So far, Waco doing a pretty good job against this powerful Georgetown offense.
50 seconds to go here in the first quarter for Georgetown. A drive that started on their own 19 stalls. Waco will now take over in their best field position of the night on the Georgetown 44. And that is the first time tonight that any team has started in the opposing team's territory. The quarterback, Fuller, in shotgun for Waco. A first down and 10 again from the Georgetown 44, and a whistle here. We may have a timeout on the field, and that is the timeout. We'll see who called that one. It is Waco. Waco calls the timeout. Georgetown leads 3-0. Michael, let's get to some of these sponsors here. We've talked about Oak Ridge Disciple House. Tell us a little bit about our good friend Ricky Poe over at Georgetown Jewelry.
Georgetown Jewelry, Austin ISD Thursday Night Football is brought to you in part by Ricky Poe, owner of Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry specializes in custom jewelry, bridal, watches, repairs, and appraisals, and are buyers of gold, silver, coins, and more. Georgetown Jewelry since 2013. Drop by the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown or visit them online at georgetownjewelry.com.
I was going to mention Ricky not only supporting Georgetown football, but also AISD Thursday night. He does support Georgetown as well. I know Ricky personally and appreciate your wonderful support, Ricky, and all the fine things that you do here for Georgetown. We'll get to some more of the sponsors as we have time. Quickly, though, back in action here. First down and 10, the first drive here of this third possession for Waco. They will have it on the Georgetown 44. Fuller in shotgun, looking over. A little confusion here as he looks over to his coaching staff. He's got his – I'm trying to look at the numbers here. I believe his Carpenter is his running back next to him. On a first and 10 from the Georgetown 44, escaping through defenders on the near side hash mark, and the Eagle defense not allowing him to escape much more. On the play, making the initial hit was Taylor Beal and company. Beg your pardon. Dwayne Howard on the keeper there, the quarterback. Did they switch out? I know Carpenter.
They made a change. Fuller came out and Howard came in.
There's a switch there. Carpenter's wearing number 5. Howard wears number 6. Carpenter, the running back senior. Howard, the quarterback, number 6. I think it is still Howard and Carpenter.
He came in for Fuller.
Yeah, so there was a switch at quarterback moments ago. And they may just let this one wind down, and I think that's what they're going to do here. On a second down and 9, the ball is at the 42-yard line, and the clock will run, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Georgetown leads after 1, 3-0. We'll step aside and take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle football on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in just a few moments.
This is Taco Williams, defensive back.
This is RJ Moreno, running back.
This is Noah Drum, wide receiver.
This is Mason Meyer, defensive end.
This is Johnny Knight, defensive back.
This is Dylan Cahill, slot receiver.
This is Gage Leggett, defensive back, and you're listening to Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle football, live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. Second quarter action brought to you by our friend Chris Courtney with Courtney Home Inspections. If you're new to the area or looking to buy or sell, check out Courtney Home Inspections online at CourtneyHomeInspection.com. Second down tonight, quickly in action as Waco able to escape a Georgetown blitz on the near side. They started out on their Georgetown 42. Gage Leggett making the stop there on that near side hash mark, and that was a snap. Was that back to Carpenter? No, it was back over to the quarterback, Howard, I believe.
Snap to Howard. He calls his own number and takes it up the middle. They play the blitz well, and Howard able to make some yardage.
Third down and 4 for Waco now as they shift gears from right to left. They've got it on the Georgetown 37. Flags fly. Maybe a false start there against Waco. We'll see what the call is.
I think it's going to be the false start, Rob. The center snapped the ball, so it'll be on the center most likely.
Got a replay view of it here. We can see that on our screen as the flag did fly there. Of course, you guys can't hear it on the audio. You'll see it a little bit later. Georgetown was showing a blitz early, and it was the center that got that initial jump on there. So the center for Waco just getting a little anxious out there, if you will, this afternoon. Third down and 9. The ball in between the hash marks now, backed up to the Georgetown 42. George Ramirez, I believe, is under center. Howard, the quarterback. has it, throws a dagger over to the right side near the out-of-bounds line, and they've got the first down inside the 30 of Georgetown on a 3rd down and long 9. Elijah Clough coming up with the tackle. Waco showing some life here. That pass over to Jaquan Wells, the junior wide receiver, gets his team a first down. That's a big momentum gainer here for Waco. 10:57 to go, second quarter. Georgetown leads 3-0, but Waco driving after starting out on the Georgetown 44. Howard in shotgun, 2 receivers either side. Has the ball, hands off to his back. I believe that is Carpenter, and Carpenter will be snuffed for only a 1-yard gain. The Blue Storm defense says, you know, Michael, the Lightning may be out right now, but we're going to bring a thunderstorm here to the field tonight at the 31. It was Elijah Clough and company on that tackle.
Yeah, Elijah Clough, he's working the field well tonight.
10:18 to go, clock ticking, 2nd down and 9 from the Georgetown 31. Fumble, still rolling around, and he's going to have to dive on it at the 50. Did Georgetown come up with it? We're waiting to see. That ball goes all the way back on the near side hash mark to Georgetown territory. We will see there. Mason Meyer and company coming up as some of the first ones to get on that. We'll check it out on the replay here and see exactly how far they got back. As you can see, the ball bouncing around, and Georgetown not able to fall on it, but hey, they'll take a 3rd down in Dallas, Texas for the Waco Lions tonight.
Mason Meyer trying to push Randy Carpenter out of the way and ends up aiding him to get back to the ball.
Boy, 3rd down and 29. The ball all the way back now on their own side of the field for Waco at their own 49 on the near side hash mark. Trailing 3-0. Quarterback in shotgun, looking, throws in the flats to his man at the 50. Still on his feet, angling towards the inside, and finally drug out of bounds on the Georgetown 35. A nice catch and grab there by Del Smith Jr., but he's not going to be close. It'll be 4th down. We may see Waco go for it here, though, Michael. The ball down to the Georgetown 36. This is kind of no man's land. I expect them to go for it here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Cavill is going to do. Looks like he's going to bring his punt team out.
You've got to, yeah, they do bring the punt team out. You talk about Coach Cavill back at UT, played in the professional. You've got some know-how with him.
Yeah, Coach Kwame Cavill, first-year head coach for the Lions. He comes to Waco High by way of Austin LBJ, Manor, and Temple.
Now Chris Escada set to kick this one away here, punt this one away. It was a delay of game, so that'll set it back a little bit more. Doesn't do too much damage. In fact, that may benefit Waco.
Right, that's why they did that. They wanted to back it up another 5 yards.
4th and 19 from the Georgetown 41. And Escada set to punt this one away from his own 47. The punt is up, on its way. This one's going to sell end over end. And Georgetown's Noah Drum will just let that one roll. Georgetown will have it on the 20-yard line. We'll keep things right here in the Courtney Home Inspection 2nd quarter, Michael.
Impressive job by the Georgetown defense. They've gone through 5 quarters without giving an offensive point yet for the season. So they've worked with that bend but don't break defense, and it's been successful for them so far.
Seen a lot of punting here tonight. The 4th drive of the night now for the Georgetown Eagles comes at the 8:52 mark here in the 2nd quarter. Georgetown has punted this ball away 2 times tonight. They did score that field goal on the 26-yarder by Diaz back on their 2nd possession at the 3:39 mark in the 1st. So Georgetown will have it here, 1st down and 10 from their own 20. Siosin in shotgun, going to hand off to Torres, and Torres in his way up for a 7-yard gain on 1st down on that far side hash mark. Georgetown, 2nd down and a short 3. That's a good opening run for Georgetown.
Great run by Torres, right up the gut and into the defensive backfield of the Lions.
Only one back on the defense for Waco on 2nd down and 3 for Georgetown on their own 27. And the pass here caught on the far side, but no gain on the play. Corey Coleman on the reception. It'll be 3rd down, and it remains a short 3 at the 8:16 mark here. Georgetown leads 3-0 as they drive from left to right, Michael.
Georgetown really needs to get something to happen. They really do.
Third down and 3. Georgetown has it on their own 27. Siosen all alone. Has the route, has it to Drum, rum, pum, 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 baby, at the 42-yard line. Cutting across, first down. Georgetown coming alive.
Great job by Drum on the slant up the middle. Picks up 16 yards.
First down and 10 from their own 42. Siosen in shotgun as they hurry up the offense. Siosen has it, has all day, throws it, and well overthrows his intended receiver Cahill, incomplete at the 40. Good look there, and it's been some nice protection here as of late for Siosen. That time, though, nothing for him. He just miscommunicated there with Cahill.
At number 3, Corey Ebron, he has been in the backfield all night long. He put Siosen on the ground pretty hard.
Second down and 10 from their own 42. Georgetown from left to right at the 7:37 mark, leading 3-0. Siosen in center between the hash marks. Has all day, has his man at the 49, spins around, close to another first down at the half-century mark. Dylan Cahill with a powerful grab to get Georgetown on a third down and short. They've got to get the ball to the 48, Michael, to get that first down in Waco territory.
Well, they're bringing in their big back and Rodan. And we'll see what goes right here, maybe up the middle. Georgetown has had some success moving the ball right up the middle.
3rd and 2 from the 50. Siosen shotgun, has Rodan to his left. Torres behind him. High snap, gonna hand off to Torres, and Torres tries to power his way forward. He'll have the first down at the 46. Georgetown keeping the drive alive.
Tell you what, Torres just drives and drives and drives. It's just an outstanding job on second and third effort by Xavier Torres.
Georgetown driving the ball now 34 yards. They started out on their own 20. They're now resting on the Waco 46. First down and 10 on the far side. Hash mark again on the Waco 46. Siosen in shotgun, 2 receivers down. He's going to hand off to his back as he plows up the far side. Hash mark close to another first down. The running game coming alive for Torres, and the Georgetown Eagles finally brought down at the Waco 39. Getting excited up here in the booth tonight, Michael. It's that sweet tea, baby, from Bush's Chicken. 2nd and 3. The ball on the 39. Siosen this time hands off again. Torres tries to angle his way back to the far side hash mark. He'll be dropped, but another Georgetown first down at the 35.
Well, they just keep feeding him, and he just keeps producing. Torres, through these first 2 games, is just proving his worth back there in the tailback position.
6 minutes we are to go in the first. Georgetown leading, 1st and 10, 3-0 lead. And they've got the ball just inside the 35. Siosen passes over to the corner, up, has his man, and it's incomplete on the E. Unfortunately for Georgetown, had the room, but Noah Drum could not pum this time. Incomplete.
Great effort. Good pass by Siosen. It was in the hands of Drum. He really should have caught that, and it would have been 6 if he had. Great pass by Siosen.
Yeah, Siosen reading him beautifully there, and Drum just not able to come down with it. 2nd down from the 35. 2nd down and 10. Siosen, far side hash mark. I believe that's Torres behind him. 2 receivers down, 1 up top. He's going to hand off to Torres. This time Torres angles his way to the near side hash mark. Another, what do you call it there? What did we say earlier? That's down to the 20 or the 31. Another granola bar gain. And when I say that, friends, that means 4 yards. You're going to hear that now the rest of the season, Michael. So a 4-yard gain is a granola bar gain. It'll be 3rd down and 6 at the 5:24 mark. Georgetown leads 3-0. A timeout is called on the field. As we will go ahead and thank some more of our wonderful sponsors. That timeout, by the way, I believe at the fingertips of Waco. Michael, I'll send it over to you.
Minuteman Press in Georgetown is a proud sponsor of Georgetown Eagle and Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. For all of your design, printing, and promotional needs, Minuteman Press is your one-stop shop. For all of your marketing products and services, Minuteman Press can be found online at www.mmmptx.com. Thank you to Ty Gibson and Minuteman Press for your generous support in helping make these broadcasts possible. We would also like to thank Pregame Insurance Group. Pregame Insurance Group, located in Central Texas, is an insurance provider servicing clients in all 50 states. Pregame Insurance Group is designed to fit your insurance needs and help you manage potential risks. Offering a wide variety of insurance products for business and personal needs, Pregame Insurance Group has you covered. For more information, visit them online at www.pigbcs.com. Thank you to Doug Groves and Pregame Insurance for sponsoring Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
3rd and 6 from inside the 35. Seosin tuck and run in between the numbers. Spins his way around. Seosin going to power his way forward for a Georgetown first down on the far side hash mark. The Eagles now at the 22. Seosin getting that running game established here for the Eagles.
Outstanding job by Seosin. He is stopped and stood up and then spins his way out and continues going and picks up that Georgetown first down.
5 minutes to go. Georgetown leads 3-0 as they move the ball near the red zone now. They've got it on the Waco 22. Handoff here as helmets fly, and that's going to bring him out for a play. And on that play, it was Torres on the carry. He'll have no gain, maybe a short one. Looks like he's down at the 21. The player that's going to have to come off the field for a play is Cameron Clark. He lost his helmet, so when you lose your helmet, you got to come off the play for at least one, off the game for one play. And there was a flag, though, and this is going to come back anyways against Georgetown. Holding.
Unfortunate 10-yard penalty that'll back the Eagles up, and it'll be 1st and 20.
On a 1st and 20 from Georgetown, outside the 30. A run up the middle on the near side hash mark by Torres, and Torres will get close to that original line of scrimmage. Actually, no, he's going to be about 4 yards short. He was down at the 26 on the near side. It'll be 2nd down and long for Georgetown, leading 3-0 here, 4:27 to go first half. Quickly back on the offensive end we are. 2nd down and a long 13. Georgetown on the Waco 25. Seosin shotgun. Torres is his back to the left. Man in motion from bottom to top is Noah Drum. Seosin, he is going to lose the ball, and that may go into the hands of Waco. They look like they've got it, and I believe that the Lions were able to fall on it there as Seosin lost the ball.
Well, it looked like that he was trying to hand off to Noah Drum across on the reverse and in and out of the hands of Jackson Seosin on what may have been an attempted draw play, and the handoff just didn't work and ends up on the carpet, and unfortunately Georgetown loses the ball to the Lions.
Drive that started on their own 20 stalls. 1st down and 10 now as Waco will have it on their own 32. The handoff, run up the middle to the far side, angling with Sammy Johnson, number 21, and Johnson will pick up a granola bar on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
He must be hungry because he's picked up several of those granola bar runs. That's for sure.
3:44 to go, clock ticking, 2nd and 6. Waco has it. They only trail 3-0. And this time it's going to be Carpenter. Flags fly, and he tight ropes the sidelines back to the near side. Carpenter will be brought out of bounds. He does have enough for a 1st down across the 43, but this one may come back on a hold. We'll see what the call is here.
10-yard holding penalty on the Lions will negate that gain by Carpenter.
So that will move the ball back. 3:32 to go here in the Courtney Home Inspection 2nd quarter. Thanks for joining us, Rob Hipp, Michael Francis up in the broadcast booth here on a beautiful night in Georgetown, Texas. GISD Athletic Complex, Birkelbach Field. 2nd down and 16 for Waco after the hold. They've got the ball back on their own 26. Pass over in the flats to the far side. Angling his way across the 30 mark there on that far side. Only picks up a few on that play. And I believe that was caught by Jaquan Wells.
A naked screen that didn't work for him. He was by himself in the flats, and Georgetown sniffed it out well.
3rd and 12 for the Waco Lions as they trail 3-0 at the 3-minute mark, moving from right to left on their own 30. This time, quarterback throws it over to the far side, and only a pickup of 1 across the 30 again. And the quarterback back in is Fuller, and he threw that one into the direction of Wells. I'm not sure if that was the receiver. In any case, it's going to be 4th down and long. The Georgetown defense protects after the offense fumbled. They'll have to punt this one away here, Michael, at the 2:40 mark.
Outstanding defensive play by Georgetown. They just keeps shutting them down, and that's what's saving the game for Georgetown right now, because offensively they've really struggled with the false starts and holding penalties that have kept pushing them back.
On a 4th and 11, the punt from around the 20. High punt, fair caught for, and he drops it, but able to pick it back up around the 40. 38 is Noah Drum, and that is where Georgetown will take over here. They got a little bit of time here, Michael, to try to put a drive together.
I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag on number 85, Matthew Mason, as he made contact with Noah Drum on the fair catch call.
Yeah, and Drum almost turned that one over. Luckily, it goes right back into his hands there around the 38. And that is where Georgetown will start this drive. Again, 2:11 to go. Thanks for joining us for Georgetown Eagle football, presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Second quarter, made possible in part by Chris Courtney with Courtney Home Inspections. Again, if you need your home inspected, you're buying or selling, it's CourtneyHomeInspection.com. Georgetown 1st and 10. They'll have it here as they start on their own 38. Pass over, broken up around the 47. Intended receiver was Isaiah Fillmore and Drum and company. I'm not sure who was intended. They were both in the area there, Michael.
Defended well by McQuavian Matches. Incomplete. Now bring them 2nd down.
2:07 mark, 2nd down and 10. Seosin in shotgun. 2 receivers to either side as they move from left to right from the far side hash mark. Seosin, hard count. That's an offsides on Waco, no call. Seosin rolls over, the flag's there, throws it up, has his man, Drum at the 40. And they're going to decline that penalty if that's what it was, because there was an early jump on the play. Beautifully executed there by Noah Drum. As you can see, a man from Waco did go off sides there up high. Georgetown's going to decline that. 1st down for the Eagles in Waco territory at the 40.
Essentially a free play for the Eagles. Noah Drum with good hands on that play.
1st down and 10 on the near side hash mark, now in Waco territory. Seosin and the Eagles have it at the 40. And this time, stop before he could get started. Another penalty, another flag, and another false start for Georgetown.
That has got to be frustrating, Coach Dean, to absolutely no end. You're the offense. You know the snap count. You work on these cadences throughout the week. You know that Seosin is going to give the hard counts. You've got to be prepared.
Really didn't see anything there on the replay. 1st and 15, Georgetown on the 45 of Waco. Seosin has good protection, still there, throws over, has his man Drum, and Drum just drops it. Drum, if he could have caught that, he was wide open. He would have had room to run and get close to that 1st down marker.
I believe he would have. A little low on the throw, and Drum having to reach for it.
And, I mean, he was wide open there at the 45 and just right out of his reach, as he wasn't expecting. I think he tried to run before he got it, and he's frustrated with himself. 2nd and 15, Georgetown from the Waco 45. From left to right, leading 3-0, 1:52 to go. This time Torres can't hold on to it on the near side, just out of the fingertips. The pass was there at the 45, another incomplete pass, and it'll be 3rd down and long for the Eagles.
I know it was leading Torres by a little bit, but it was in the hands, and you've got to make that catch. You've just got to make that catch. You got to make something happen here for the Eagles. You want some positive momentum going into the halftime.
3rd and 15 from the Waco 45. Seosin has the protection, steps through it. Seosin, a dagger, and it's broken up at the 30. Great defense on the play. Incomplete into the hands of Cahill, and that was great defense there by the defensive back, Rodney Ratliff, the senior.
And Seosin taking a chance, throwing in a double coverage right there. And Cahill just did not have much room to make that catch with the 2 defenders right there on top of him.
Clough set to kick this one away or punt this one away from his own 40 on a 4th and 15. The ball on the Waco 45. Set back to receive is J.D. Reese. He's all alone back there at the 10. At the 143 mark, Georgetown having to punt it away again. This one up into the air as it rolls spiral top over bottom at the 15. Reese is going to run with it, tries to stiff arm. He's pushed back to the 10, now angles his way to the outside across the 20. Reese lowers his shoulder, still inside, and he's brought down just inside the 35-yard line. A good return from the 10-yard line. Picking him up about 20 there to give his team a little bit of a life here with 128 trailing by 3.
Tell you what, there was some good hard hitting that was going on in that exchange, and Georgetown really having a head up because there was a guy who was trying to blindside one of the punt team guys and nearly took him out, but he had a heads up and put his shoulder into it and able to soften the blow.
I think we're going to have not a quarterback change as Jordan Fuller leads his team back out onto the field, trailing 3-0. 1st and 10. They'll start out on their own 34-yard line. The officials trying to get a few things situated here before we get this drive started. A lot of punting in this game so far. 7 punts. Pass over here in the flats to the far side, completed, and he'll be brought out of bounds around the 40. A 5-yard gain on 1st down. That was into the hands of the receiver, Kimion Taylor, the junior wide receiver.
Well, it's been a defensive showdown so far, much to the chagrin of Georgetown.
Fuller in shotgun, 2nd and 4 from his own 40. Back in the flats again. He's all alone, and he has the 1st down near the 50. And that one that time into the hands of the receiver wearing number 9. It's it is Wells. 1st down for the Red. The Lions still in their own territory at the 49. 1:19 to go, and Michael, most importantly, they stop the clock.
Work that sideline. That's what you got to do within the 2 minutes.
Fuller shotgun is back. Carpenter to his right. He's going to keep it here as Fuller. He's chased down by the Blue Storm, spinning on his feet, and now he will be collaborated at the 45. What a stop by Georgetown.
I tell you what, Rob, that was an awesome display about Georgetown. Great speed, defensive speed. The backs closed it down. Fuller looked like he had some open field to make some yardage, and Georgetown shut him down.
Dancing around he was, and we call it the Blue Storm. We started that last year, coming up with the sack in the backfield there. For Georgetown, it was Mason Meyer and company. On a 2nd down and 13, on their own 46, Waco has it. Into the back, they toss it to Carpenter. Carpenter angles his way to the outside. He'll be brought down, and I believe out of bounds as he caught that one in the flats. Out of bounds it goes. It was Matt Anderson and company on the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and long for Waco as they're still way away. They've got to get all the way to the Georgetown 41 for that 1st down, and we've got a timeout, I believe, here on the field, Michael.
28 seconds left, and Waco definitely trying to get on the board, maybe even go in with a lead here at the halftime mark.
Again, we appreciate our 2nd quarter sponsor, Courtney Home Inspections. Chris Courtney, friends, I got to tell you, if you are moving, if you're buying, if you're selling, you got to get your home inspected. That's the way to do it nowadays. Some people don't. I say you do. Chris Courtney can take care of you. I know him personally. I was actually in class with him when he was going through home inspections. He's done a lot of them. He knows what he's doing. Check him out online, CourtneyHomeInspection.com. Thank you, Chris Courtney. 3rd down and 12, back in action here for Waco. Throwing the ball down over the middle and has his man, and it's incomplete at the 18. Broken up on the play by Georgetown. The intended receiver was Taylor, and the Blue Storm doing an excellent job on that play, breaking it up, Michael.
Yep. That's that Blue Storm, that DB. That defensive backfield just making things happen.
Boy, we've got a treat for you, friends. Of course, right now, per UIL rules, you're hearing this audio only, but SHNSports.com after midnight will have the video along with some great instant replays. 4th down and 12 for Waco. 26 seconds to go. They'll punt this one away from near their own 40. High, rolling, spiraling punt, and it's fair caught at the Georgetown 12 by Noah Drum. And Georgetown has 20 seconds, and do they have any timeouts? They don't have those on the board tonight. I think Georgetown has all 3 of their timeouts. If not, they've used one.
I think they do. I think they have 2. I think they have used one. But don't expect Coach Dean to take a victory formation, or not a victory formation, but take a knee and run out the clock. Look for him to make something happen here and possibly put more points on the board.
This is a Waco team that narrowly escaped with a victory versus a University team last week that's lost 48 games in a row. Waco building on that momentum against this powerful Georgetown offense tonight, and Georgetown will just take a knee here and run the clock out with 20 seconds. The coach is next to us, right next to our window, and boy, you got to give your hats off to this Waco team tonight. They are doing some damage. You talk about a powerful Georgetown offense that's able to put points on the board. They had 31 last week. Of course, remember, they started out slow. It took them a while to get established. They finally got the rhythm in the second quarter. But here tonight, Michael, nothing so far besides a kick for Georgetown. They lead 3-0 as the clock strikes 0. We'll head into the halftime. Michael, your early thoughts. We'll take a break, then we'll come back. We'll thank some more of our sponsors, but some quick early thoughts before we lead into more of a discussion here at halftime.
Mistakes have cost the Georgetown Eagles points on the board, and you've got to overcome the fundamental mistakes. The false starts have just been the bane of the Georgetown Eagle offense tonight. So we look for some differences to be made, adjustments to be made. Coach Dean, go in here and talk to these young men, get them set right and in the right mind to come back out here in the third quarter and not make those same mistakes and take charge of this game and steal the wind out of the sails of the Waco Lions. Coach Kwame Cavill has to be happy with his Lions so far, only trailing 3-0 to the Georgetown Eagles.
Well, a 28-minute halftime will take a few minutes. We're going to step aside. For those of you out there listening right now, of course, there won't be much, so bear with us. You'll hear just some sounds of the Waco band. We're going to get a little bit of them. We'll come back and talk over them for a few moments, and then we'll let you hear all of Georgetown Eagle Band. Friends, don't go anywhere. Georgetown Eagle football presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House right here on SHN Sports will continue in just a few moments.
proud to present the Scarlet Line Drill Team under the direction of Wanda Johnson and LaShonda Gaines. The Scarlet Line officers are Captain J.J. Aguilar, Co-Captain Cale Harris, First Lieutenants Hannah Gill and India Powell, Second Lieutenants Jasmine Jordan and Helena Evans. The Scarlet Line Dancer of the Week is Brandon Aguilar. The Scarlet Line will be performing a dynamic routine to the smash hit Bang Bang. School proudly presents the 2018 Lion Pride Marching Band. The 2018 Waco High Lion Pride Band is under the direction of Scott Stewart, Tyler Sage, and Michelle Nelson. Percussion is instructed by David Johnson and Adrian Rodriguez. The color guard is instructed by Ron Espinoza. Visual instructors are Alex Wynn, Matt Block, Austin Holden, Abby Roke, and Lauren Huff. Student drum majors are Andrew Ramirez and Charlie Henry. The outstanding band members of the week are Marziano Greer and Elizabeth Brand. Tonight, the band will be performing a special show entitled Ponchos, 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 featuring the Demi Lovato hit, Confident. Drum majors, Andrew Ramirez and Charlie Henry, is your band ready? Lion Pride Band, take the field in performance. The 2018 Lion Pride Band would like to thank you for your attention and support this evening, and to all of our band parent volunteers for their tremendous efforts and support this season. Yay, band parents! The band would also like to thank our business partners, Mr. Salinas and the Salinas Mobile Shop, for their continued support of the fine arts programs in Waco ISD. The band would like to thank all of our Waco ISD school board members, Superintendent Dr. Marcus Nelson, Waco High Principal Ed Love, Dean Lisa Saxenian, Assistant Principals Ashley Bates, Donna Burgess, Jerry Johnson, Larry Kling, Reggie Lewis, Bama Moore, and Elizabeth Velasco. Arts Director Larry Carpenter, and Administrative Assistant / Queen of Fine Arts Susan Ramon for their continual support of all the Waco ISD Fine Arts. Let's hear it one more time for the 2018 Waco High School Lion Pride Band. And don't forget your ponchos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Georgetown Independent School District is proud to present the Georgetown High School Eagle Marching Band, color guard in Georgia for the 20 Eagle halftime. The Eagle Band would like to thank our generous sponsors, Century 21 Realty, Kimberly Wolfman, Pride Texas Irrigation Landscaping, All Points Communication, of Austin, San Gabriel Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery Associates, Big Tex Trailers, Fine Line Electric, Sports Clip Haircuts, Georgetown Butler Automotive, Georgetown Family Orthodontics, Keystone, Landers Construction, Shipley Donuts, Accent Food Service, and CD Bradshaw and Associates, The Pet Bungalow, Robert Printing Company, and United Built Homes. Thank you, sponsors. It is with the greatest of pleasure that I introduce to you the award-winning Sweethearts of Georgetown, the Georgettes. Lieutenants are Erica Germain, Hallie Miklicek, and Rebecca Young. And in the center, your 2018-2019 Georgette captain, Miss Hannah Harriet. Social of the week is Brooklyn Ivy. Officer's choice this week is Aliana Graves. And Georgette of the week is Aaliyah Fillmore. Social butterfly of the week is Samantha Sproul. The Georgettes are performing with Gold Palms to raise awareness for Childhood Cancer Month. The Georgettes would like to dedicate tonight's performance to Scout Schultz. We love you, Scouts. Now watch the Georgettes as they perform a palm routine to the Grammy-nominated smash hit, Bang Bang. Georgettes are directed by Miss Nikki Foster and assisted by Miss Olivia Westmoreland. The Director's Instructional Leadership Team of the Eagle Band would like to recognize our members, section, and parents of the week. The Brass Marcher of the Week is Andrew Renner. The Woodwind Marcher of the Week is Aliana Lyles. The Front Ensemble Member of the Week is Frida Velasquez. And Drumline Marcher of the Week is Audie Watkins. The Eagle Band section of the week is The Mellows. Finally, please give a hearty round of applause for our Eagle Band parents of the week, our wonderful prop crew led by Mr. Lee Christ. Congratulations all. The award-winning Georgetown Eagle Band is led on the field by Senior Drum Major Catherine Massey, Anna White, and Junior Drum Major Aaron Lindsay. Please sit back and enjoy Georgetown Eagle Band as they are very proud to present Michael Jackson's spooktacular mega hit, Thriller. Color Guard Captain is Megan Baker. First Lieutenant is Clara Bradshaw. Second Lieutenant is Gracie Lawson. Guard Sergeant is McKenna Gonzalez. Social Officer is Adrian Watson. Color Guard Member of the Week is Becca Mateka. Officer Choice is Casey Chris. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy our first performance this season of the Eagle Band's 2018 competition production based on the Disney Parks ride, The Haunted Mansion. Your 2017 UIL State Qualified Eagle Band is proud to present Welcome, Foolish Mortals.
Well, welcome back to Georgetown High School. Rob Hipp joined alongside my good friend and color analyst this evening, Michael Francis. I'm going to shake your hand, partner. It's true honor and blessing to have you up here in the Eagles' nest tonight at Georgetown High School here at Birkelbach Field. A game at the half that Eagle fans may say, what is going on, trailing against a Waco team. Now, we failed to mention this, though. This is a Waco Lions team, a new coach for the first year here. We'll talk about that again in a minute, Michael, as you've got some information on him. But the Georgetown Eagles tonight only up 3-0 here in this ball game at the half. We were just about 7 minutes to go until we get things going here in the third quarter. But let's quickly, Michael, look at that first half. I'll let you jump in after that, and we'll kind of break this one down. In that first half for Waco, they only had 2 first downs. Georgetown had 8. Waco, 10 rushing attempts, -7 yards. The Blue Storm defense doing an excellent job at stopping that running game. Georgetown, 18 carries, 39 yards. On the passing end for the quarterback from Waco, as he goes 7 for 10, no interceptions. Seosin 8 for 17, no interceptions. You look at the passing yards, and the reason on Waco I didn't talk specifically about a quarterback is they've switched it up a couple of times tonight. The passing for Waco, 46 yards, Georgetown 83. Total yards, 20. Total penalty. I'm not sure what this is here, Galen. Sorry. 20 total plays for 39 yards. Thank you, Galen. 20 total plays for 39 yards, 35 plays for 122 for Georgetown, and there was one fumble that was lost by Georgetown. Waco dropped one, but they were able to recover their own. As far as punting goes, 4 punts, 33 yards. Georgetown penalties, 4 penalties, 35 yards for Waco, 6 penalties, 40 yards for Georgetown. 5 punts for Waco, 3 for the Eagles. Man, as I look at those penalties, I thought Georgetown, it sure seemed like they had a lot more than that. But Galen Welnicki is the legend. He does our stats. He does a great job. And Galen gets the gold stamp of approval on his numbers. But, Michael, this is a team Georgetown should be up by a lot right now. You got to give credit to the defense. They're playing their hearts out against this tough Eagle team out of Waco.
They really are. And that defensive end, Corey Ebron, he has just been in the backfield all night long, disrupting Seosin's rhythm. Georgetown able to be successful on the run game, but Corey Ebron doing a great job of containing Seosin and throwing him off his rhythm. He's lofting his passes over the head of his receivers and just not as being effective as what he was doing last week versus Wiley, where he had time in the pocket. Lions able to get through and break up that rhythm, and he's just been uncomfortable back there all night long.
Well, Georgetown's had a couple of big plays. We've seen Xavier Torres try to do what he can on the running game tonight. He's got the team somewhat established, but the defense for Waco has simply been the reason tonight that Georgetown was only able to get that one kick off of the toe of Diaz for 26 yards, and luckily that went through, because if it didn't, right now we'd be sitting at 0-0, and you and I would be wondering, what is going on?
Well, Eagle Nation would definitely be pulling their hair out and thinking, what in the world is going on here, that this team is able to shut down this high-powered Georgetown offense.
Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll step aside. We'll let you enjoy some more sights and sounds of the Georgetown Eagle. Well, they're actually taking off the field. So we will switch it over to the field now as we go back, and we will continue to break this one down as we look to keep things rolling here in this ball game. So thank you, friends, for being here with us. 3:52 to go in this first half. Georgetown Eagle football presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House Christian faith-based character building ministry, helping men 18 and older who are suffering from substance abuse addiction. If you know of a man 18 or older who needs help, give our friends a call over at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. I always say websites versus phone numbers because the websites stick. So visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. It's oakridgedisciplehouse.com, and Joshua Harris and his wonderful staff will get you on the road to recovery. We appreciate Josh, and I didn't just extend that. Josh is in the booth with us helping out as well, so God bless you. Thank you, Josh, for all your help. Nathan Hyde up here with us, helping behind the scenes as well. And really, I always say we're blessed with the best at SHN. We truly are, Michael. Yourself included, David England, Galen Welnicki doing stats. We couldn't do what we do. We're just here to run the lips. The guys behind the scenes are really the ones that make this happen, so we thank you guys so much.
Right, and listening to the broadcast during halftime and checking in on the Eastview game and the Leander game, our other SHN broadcasts going on. Outstanding jobs by those crews as well.
Well, we had a score moments ago on that Eastview game. We'll pull up and quickly go over what's going on around the Lone Star State as we look around. We'll have those scores and more coming your way just as soon as we can. We appreciate our friends as well over at FanStan, ATX, Snoop Daniel, Casey Johns, and all the fine work that those guys have been doing for so long. Just score update here just a few moments ago, a surprising one. In the second quarter, 3:09 to go. Cedar Ridge leading Cedar Park 7-0. You know, Cedar Park struggling out of the gates on their first game, and that continuing tonight. At halftime, Hayes Rebels leading Dripping Springs 21-14. At halftime, also Anderson trailing Rouse 14-13. Also at Nelson Field tonight, that is where that's taking place. Again, Rouse leading 14-13 over the Anderson Trojans. As we continue to look down some of the other scores here throughout Central Texas, Bowie leading Madison in the second quarter 27-15. Weiss over Canyon Lake 13-3 at the half. Hutto leads Liberty Hill 31-27 at the half. Westlake on Cypress Ranch 14-3. All of these games at halftime right now. Again, Bowie over San Antonio Madison 27-15. Hayes on their home field leading Dripping Springs 21-14. We've already talked about Anderson trailing Rouse at home 14-13. McCallum, who just won that Taco Shack Bowl last week, broke the series against Anderson 9-8. Well, they're tied right now. Lehman 13 apiece. Georgetown here, our broadcast, leading 3-0 Waco High. And do we have that Eastview score? That was the one that I was most wanting to get across here. Elgin leading Brian Rudder 28-16. And there's the Eastview at the half. The Eastview Patriots 22. Canyon out of New Braunfels 21. Michael, some surprising scores here on a Friday night.
Really is. I'm really surprised by that Hutto Liberty Hill score, to be honest with you. I mean, Hutto, a powerhouse in the Class 5A division versus a 4A Liberty Hill team, and just narrowly winning that game. So Georgetown has come out of the tunnel, and they're getting ready. They're on the field to get this second half started.
Friends out there listening, Michael wanted to let them know the SHN fan line is open for business. We'd love to hear from you. We don't accept phone calls, but we definitely would love to hear from you by text message. Hey, if you've got a shout out, if there's someone out there you'd like to say hello to, let us know how we're sounding, or otherwise, please send us a text message. That line is open. Don't text and drive, but the number is 512-522-9105. Again, the SHN fan line is open for texting at 512-522-9105. Send us a text. Let us know who you want to send some love to tonight, and we will definitely give you a shout-out over the air. Georgetown is going to kick this one away here in just a few moments. Set back to receive for Waco. One of them back there, I believe, is that James Taylor or Jeremy Powell? I think it's Jeremy Powell, the receiver. It is Taylor. So Taylor set back to receive. Georgetown lines up in a pretty unique formation here to kick things off from right to left. It is on its way, and Wells set back here to receive this one, and Wells will start off for Waco in some good field position. Be that maybe Johnson. Is that right, Michael?
Mm-hmm.
So Johnson, thank you for that. Johnson will have the ball. Sorry about that, folks. Johnson, the returnman, on the far side. He'll have the ball at the 37-yard line. And for the sixth time tonight, Waco is going to try to keep a drive alive this time. Boy, they have punted the ball away a lot tonight. As I'm counting up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every possession actually for Waco has resulted in a punt tonight.
That's that Blue Storm defense, and you got to credit that Georgetown defensive front to contain the run, and they have been perfect all night long.
Starting out 1st and 10 on their own 37. The handoff to the back. It's Carpenter, has room, and he dives across the 50, still on his feet, coming out of the gates like a thoroughbred horse to start this quarter, all the way into the Georgetown 38 on the far hash mark. Boy, what a start for Waco as they're coming alive.
That's the first explosive play that Georgetown has given up tonight.
Hurry up offense, things changing here. 1st down and 10 for Waco from left to right. They've got the ball on the Georgetown 38 in the flats. into the receiver, tightrope in the sidelines. He's finally brought out of bounds, but another first down. It was Ratliff, Jerome Ratliff on the reception and the first down. 2 plays, 2 big gains, 2 first downs. We're underway here in the third quarter. Waco threatening early. First down and 10. They've got it on the Georgetown 25. Low snap, handoff to the back as he angles his way to the near side hash mark, dives forward, and another healthy gain on first down in the red zone at the 18. That was Tyler Bill coming up with the tackle, and a nice run in the backfield by these Waco Lions. As they go second down and 7 in the red zone on their Georgetown 18. Snap, back, Carpenter, fake handoff. No, Carpenter has it. Plows his way forward as he angles to the outside. He'll be down at the 16-yard line, close to a first down. He'll be 1 yard short. It'll be third down and a short one. Boy, Waco is striking early, and we've got a new running back, James Taylor, coming into the game now in place of Randy Carpenter, who probably needs some oxygen out there, Michael.
Well, this is what TCU and Jim Wacker called back in the 80s smash mouth football. And right now, the Lions are punching Georgetown on the chin, and we're looking for Georgetown to respond.
3rd and 1, only 1 to go, and Waco is going to have the first down. Right up the middle he goes. The Blue Storm not able to stop here. And I'm not sure if that was a handoff to the back there, James Taylor.
Tyler Bell again on the stop.
10-11 to go. Waco driving, started out on their own 37. 2 big plays, got them down inside the red zone. They've got it now on the Georgetown 13. And this time, possibly a false start as flags fly. If so, that'll be 1st and 15, and they'll be backed up just inside the 20.
False start. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Sometimes that 5 yards can help give you a little bit more room when you're in the red zone.
The clock at 10 minutes straight up. Georgetown leads 3-0 here in this ball game. But Waco coming out of the gates and coming alive here to get things going in this ball game.
And they have. They've opened this half up big time. Over the head.
This one is over the head, and Georgetown's going to try to get him. It's tapped up into the air, and the Eagles come down with an interception. What a play by the Blue Storm defense. A crazy sequence, and Georgetown has it. Wow, what a play by the Eagles. It was Hargrove and company coming down with it.
Brayton Hargrove making the interception. Fuller really trying to make something happen, really should have took the sack, but he tries to throw it, and it gets tipped by Georgetown and into the arms of Hargrove. Outstanding play by the Georgetown defense, and Jackson Seosin and his offense back on the field. Let's see what of adjustments they've made.
Seosin shotgun, first down and 10 from his own 32. And he will keep it here. Seosin up the middle, and he'll strike on the far side, hash mark down to the 45. The Eagles showing some life.
Big 13-yard gain by Seosin. He calls his own number.
Well, a drive that started out on their own 32, now down to the 45. Seosin, first down and 10, high snap, and a flag and a false start we go.
That is probably the 6th false start penalty on the night.
Yeah, it's just been that kind of a night for the Eagles. They have struggled with these penalties.
I think they've had one holding call, and the rest have all been false starts.
Andrew Denyer will come onto the field alongside Dylan Cahill on the far side. Seosin on a 1st and 15 at his own 40. He's standing at the 35 and shotgun, has a back behind him. He will tuck and roll, has one chasing him between the hash marks, throws it up, has his man, and it's dropped just inside the 40. The intended receiver was Denyer, who checked in moments ago.
Yeah, that was right in the breadbasket. You've got to catch that. Seosin threw it on the money.
Second down and 15, 8:58 to go. Georgetown leads 3-0 in their own territory on a 2nd and 15 from their own 40. Seosin shotgun. And now his back Torres to his left. 2 up top. Torres will go in motion from bottom to top as a receiver. Empty back. Torres in the flats, and he drops it at the 40, incomplete. 3rd down and long.
That's got to be tough for a quarterback when you're hitting right on the breadbasket. And that was right in the arms of Xavier Torres, and in and out it went. Now you're looking at 3rd down and 15.
3rd and a long 15 for Seosin as he is at his own 40. False start.
It's going to be offsides on the defense with contact.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a false start. You're right, as they jumped early there, and that should move Georgetown up 5 yards. So it will remain 3rd down for Waco. 8:54, or for Georgetown, beg your pardon. 8:54 to go. The Eagles lead 3-0. Seosin has it, 3rd down and 10. He's back up to his own 45. 2 receivers, beg your pardon, trips down to the right, 1 up top. Torres in there as the back, pressure. Seosin in between the marks, throws a dagger, and it's dropped at the 38. It was right into the hands of his intended receiver, Abel Morales, and Morales was not able to hold on to it. And that, unfortunately, will force a punt here as Georgetown cannot get anything established on their 7th drive of the night.
Well, Seosin settled in. He's getting the ball to the receivers. The receivers, unfortunately, have not been able to make the catch.
The punter, Elijah Clough, set to punt this one away from his own 30 on a 4th and 10. High punt as it spirals its way down at the 22 on the near side. Waco runs into his own man, chased by the Blue Storm, able to escape, still on his feet, and he's brick wall stopped at the 39, but a return for Waco, and flags fly after that play. But give the young man credit, J.D. Reese. Boy, he pulled out the Reese's Pieces on that one, man. Nice return inside the 40.
All right, that definitely wasn't a granola bar return.
There is penalty out there, though, on the 44. Waiting to see what that call is here on the field. It may have been unsportsmanlike because it was thrown after the play on the near side here. Again, we're standing up in the booth up high here at Birkelbach in this beautiful facility. Thank you to Georgetown ISD, a privilege to be here. We're in between the 40 and the 50.
Yeah, there's 2 flags still on the ground on the far side.
Have an illegal formation on the offense. We have a holding during the kick on the defense. Those penalties will offset. We have a dead ball, personal foul, late hit on number 16. 15-yard penalty remains 4th down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called on Elijah Clough.
Penalty on number 16. That is his first unsportsmanlike for the game.
That is the play there. Unfortunate for Georgetown. Quick score update over in 3A. Jarrell all over Florence right now in the 3rd quarter, 34-0. The Cougars looking to have a better season this year. We'll hopefully have them on the SHN network as the season progresses. And friends, we're always looking for sponsors. We don't charge a lot for what we do, but we need your support. We don't charge anything for football, really, so we depend on the business community. If you'd like to sponsor any football game, Georgetown, Jarrell, Leander, Eastview, Austin ISD, we've got options for you. Please send us a text message at 512-522-9105. Again, that message, 512-522-9105. Send us a text. I'll send you some more information later on about how you can help support these broadcasts. 4th down and a long 25, a repunt here for Georgetown as they have the ball on their own 30. Clue will punt this one away inside the 20. End over end it goes, and it will be, oh, it's a fumble, and Georgetown recovers it at the 36. What a play by the Eagles.
Yeah, number 15, J.D. Reese muffs the punt on the fair catch call.
Yeah, he definitely went for the fair catch, Michael, as later on in the video you'll be able to see that replay. That was a pretty routine play. We'll wait to see the call here. All of the officials grouped up around the 40, around the 38 on the near side. They're talking things over here. Wow, and they gave it back to Waco.
Well, I don't understand the call. Did he say he caught it with his knee on the ground? It was in and out. He never had control.
We saw it on the replay there, and you're right, he didn't have control. Well, Waco catches one here. Georgetown loses a break. Waco will start out on their own 38-yard line and shotgun. The handoff to Carpenter. Carpenter has daylight, and Carpenter all the way to the 20 as he's on the numbers on the far side, spins around, and he'll be brought down at the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving play by the Eagles, but not before Carpenter can make his way down to the 1 on a huge run.
Nick Petter turned on the Jets for Georgetown, and I mean he was far behind Carpenter, and he run him down.
Petter didn't want to let that one away, and thank goodness for that stop there by Nick, as that would have been a touchdown. We're talking over 50 yards on that play, minimum. 61 was that run moments ago. Here at the 7:56 mark, Georgetown trailing 3-0. And I think the Eagles are going to call a timeout. They are not happy with what's going on right now here. It'll be first down and goal from the 1. Michael, Georgetown has got to find an answer for Waco. All it's going to take tonight, really the way both teams have been playing, it's going to come down, in my opinion, to one big play. And hopefully tonight that isn't the one big play that's going to see Waco with the victory here if you're a Georgetown Eagle fan.
Definitely something that you don't want to happen or see. It has, and the one thing that it carries for Waco is the big mo. And you've heard it said many times, momentum can definitely carry you out of a slump and make things happen for you. Georgetown needs some momentum gaining themselves.
7:56 to go here in the third quarter. Georgetown finding themselves in unfamiliar territory at the moment. Waco, first down and goal from the 1. Quarterback this time under center. He's got 2 backs behind him. One of them's Carpenter out there, and they're going to try to push the quarterback through on the keeper, and they do for a 1-yard touchdown. Waco takes the lead 6-3, 7:49 to go in the third quarter.
Now Georgetown went 6 quarters without giving up an offensive score, and Waco breaks through to change that and stop that quarter record. Number 80, Chris Escada on to kick the extra point.
Escada, extra point from the 10. Snap is down. The hold is almost blocked, and it's up and through the uprights and good, and it is a 7-3 lead at the 7:49 mark here in the Todd Hargrove State Farm third quarter, Michael.
Well, Georgetown finds themselves in unfamiliar territory, and that's playing from behind in the third quarter.
Again, we appreciate Todd Hargrove. One of the cool things, Michael, about a lot of these sponsors, or I know these guys personally, so I can endorse them wholeheartedly and say that Todd Hargrove is a great man. He's got wonderful staff, Linnell over there and company. In fact, Miss Hargrove, whose son plays, we called his name earlier. They're not related. They're not married. They're not husband and wife. It's just a coincidence. But Todd has Mrs. Hargrove working for him on the other end, not his wife, just the same name. But we appreciate the support from Todd Hargrove right downtown on the square in Georgetown. Used to be Bill Edmondson's office. He retired. I've been doing my personal insurance through Todd Hargrove and the State Farm Insurance Agency for many years. If you need insurance, home, and more, check them out. State Farm, downtown on the square in Georgetown. Thank you, Todd Hargrove. Third quarter brought to you by Todd Hargrove. Georgetown Eagle football presented by the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Christian character building ministry that helps men 18 and older overcome substance abuse addiction through a well-planned and structured program. If you or someone you know is struggling to overcome their addiction, the Oak Ridge Disciple House can help. Please visit them online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Again, that's oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Thank you to Joshua Harris and the Oak Ridge Disciple House for your generous support of Georgetown Eagle football here on SHN Sports. The 7:49 mark to go. The ball will be kicked by Waco from left to right. It's up, End over end it rolls, and it'll sell almost out of bounds on the corner of the E. Georgetown should take a knee here. Wow, and he pulls it out. Unbelievable. Angling, and he is going to be brought down at the 6-yard line. Man, the coaching staff is not happy there by Torres. He took that ball out from way deep in the corner of the end zone, Michael. He could have taken a knee, but instead he thought he had room to run, and that's going to be horrible field positioning for Georgetown starting out.
Yeah, he was 9 yard deep in the end zone and then runs opposite field or across the field and manages to get out to the 7-yard line when you could take a knee and be on the 20.
Yeah, he only gets it to the 7, and my goodness. That's a 13-yard difference, and sometimes you just aren't thinking. He'll learn from it. That's why these are the preseason games, if you will. First down and 10 for the Eagles. They've got it on their own 7. Siosin in shotgun. His back, Torres, is in the end zone, and Siosin's going to keep it here. Across the dash as he goes, dives forward for a first down at the 20. Jackson Siosin plowing his way forward.
Nice 12-yard gain for Siosin, who's made 2 good, significant runs on the night. Using his legs, it's good to see Siosin making decisions back there.
First and 10, they move it back to his own 20. Siosin in shotgun has his back. Torres is going to be leveled in the backfield. That'll be a 1-yard loss on the play, and they think there's a fumble on the field, and there is. He lost it. Unbelievable. He lost it, and Waco comes up with the ball just inside the 20.
Number 49, Deshaun Fisher, in on the stop and knocks the ball loose. Wasn't sure who picked it up for the Lions, but Deshaun definitely making the hit. Blue Storm back on the field and in the red zone. They got to make a stop here. A lot of momentum going for Waco right now, and Georgetown needs to make the difference.
Well, Georgetown, their second fumble of the night. You want to be positive in the turnovers. Unfortunately, Georgetown falling behind here now. 2-1 in takeaways. And it'll be first down and 10 inside the red zone at the 18 for Waco. The officials whistling this one dead for the moment. Fuller, the quarterback. And a false start called against Waco. That'll set them back 5. Fuller's the quarterback. Carpenter is the running back. As his team, the Waco Lions, have a 4-point lead, 7-3, 7:20 to go here in the third quarter of play. In between the hash marks, Fuller gets the shotgun snap, hands off to Carpenter. Carpenter, as flags fly, as he is stepstone his way on the near side hash mark to a first. Back to the original line of scrimmage at the 18. There is a flag, though.
I believe it's going to be a holding call on number 78.
If that's the case, that's Banda. You know, when I saw Banda, you know what I thought of? Michael, I just got to say it, brother. Smokey and the Bandit, man. Rest in peace to Burt Reynolds, man. That was what a guy he was. And unfortunate, at 81, May 82, I believe, went into cardiac arrest. His family at his side, though, so rest in peace to a man that was just fun to watch all these years.
Yes, sir. Personal foul on the Lions, one of the 15-yard variety.
The variety.
Yeah, the variety.
We like that kind of variety if you're an Eagle fan. Well, it's going to be first down and 30 now. All the way to the Georgetown 38. Fuller steps back on the near hash mark, throws it up. It's intercepted by Georgetown at the 30. On the tight roping now as he angles his way to the outside at the 45. What a grab by Georgetown. They get their second takeaway of the night. And it was into the hands of none other than Gage to get to quit, baby.
Outstanding positioning by Gage Leggett as he watched it all the way out of Fuller's hands. This is the momentum changer that the Blue Storm needed.
Well, they got it, and Waco calls the timeout. Gage Leggett, of course, brother of now Texas Tech Red Raider Caden Leggett. The Leggett family continuing the football tradition. A special shout-out to Bobby Rogers out there. I know Bobby, he may be at the game. If not, I know he's listening. We love you, Bobby. We appreciate you. And you talk about Bobby Rogers, a grandpa of these Leggett boys. coming all the way from Lubbock to these games, Michael. That is devotion.
That is devotion.
Georgetown on their 9th possession here at the 6:46 mark will have it on their own 48-yard line. Siosen shotgun, Torres behind him, now an empty backfield. Pocket collapsing in between the hash marks. He's got his man at the 40, now to the 39. It's a first down for Dylan Cahill and the Eagles as they hurry up in the offense.
13-yard reception for Dylan Cahill.
Fillmore to the outside alongside Cahill as the two receivers, one standing on the 40. It's first down and 10 for the Eagles at the 39. High snap, Siosen hands off to Torres in the backfield as he punches his ticket forward down to the 34. It'll be second and manageable for Georgetown.
Again, that's what we talk about. Get good things happen. You get that momentum going your way. And you see what Georgetown's able to do with it. 2nd and
5 from the 34. Siosen talking things over. He's got two receivers on the near side. Torres is back, standing way back there at the 39. One receiver, I believe it's Fillmore, at the top from right to left. 5:59 to go. Georgetown trails 7-3. The handoff to his back, and Torres will punch his way forward for a Georgetown Eagle first down on the near side hash mark. And actually, that was Javonta Rodan who checked in moments ago. Rodan will have the first down just outside the 25. They'll spot the ball at the 27. Quickly, back in a hurry up again we are. Siosen shotgun, first down and 10 from the 26. Handoff, fumble, and luckily Siosen able to fall on it. Boy, that would have been disastrous. The Eagles do not need their third turnover of the night, Michael.
I know that was another bad exchange between Siosen and Rodan.
Rodan will stay in the backfield as the back. It's second down and 11 for the Eagles from their own 27. High snap, handoff to Rodan. He finds his ticket across the 15. Dan Rodan, touchdown, baby. What a run by Rodan. He says, Rodan, you don't. But there is a flag after that 27-yard touchdown run, and it's a hold, and it's coming back.
Oh.
Well, folks, after blowing out your ears and getting all excited, it's coming back to Georgetown, Texas. A 27-yard touchdown run taken off the board, and it'll be 2nd and 21 now for the Eagles. That is unfortunate.
Frustrated young man coming off the field to lose such a great gain and touchdown.
2nd down and 21. Georgetown all the way back now to the 38. The handoff this time to the back. He'll only gain a yard on the near side hash mark. Back in, now it's R.J. Andale Moreno making his first appearance this season. R.J. in the house, baby. Moreno behind Siosen. Two receivers to either side on a 3rd and 20. And a timeout is called on the field, or an injury timeout. Michael, we'll go ahead and thank some more of those sponsors.
Georgetown Jewelry, Austin ISD Thursday Night Football is brought to you in part by Ricky Poe, owner of Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry specializes in custom jewelry, bridal, watches, repairs, appraisals, and are buyers of gold, silver, coins, and more. Georgetown Jewelry since 2013. Drop by the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown or visit them online at georgetownjewelry.com. We'd also like to thank Minuteman Press in Georgetown, who's a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle and Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. For all of your design, printing, and promotional needs, Minuteman Press is your one-stop shop for all of your marketing products and services. Minuteman Press can be found online at www.mmptx.com. Thank you to Ty Gibson and Minuteman Press for your generous support in helping make these broadcasts possible.
We couldn't do it without our generous support, especially another thank you to our third quarter sponsor, Todd Hargrove State Farm Insurance, located on the most beautiful square in Texas in downtown Georgetown. The injured player on the field able to get up under his own power, thankfully, and we're back in action here on a 3rd down and 20, 4:39 to go. Georgetown has the ball, trailing 7-3 on their own 37. Siosen snap, Moreno in the flat on the near side. RJ trying to power his way forward, and he'll roll his way out of bounds up to the 33-yard line.
another injured player for the Lions on the field.
So back-to-back plays and back-to-back injuries for Waco. As we take a look, for those that'll see the video later, that play by RJ moments ago. It's good to see RJ out there. He's had some issues as well as far as his health goes, and RJ luckily back on his feet and ready to play here in this ball game. You know, they didn't want to play RJ, to be honest. I don't think the coaching staff, and I'm not speaking for them, Michael, but RJ is recovering from a minor injury himself. They didn't really want to play RJ until district play really got under wraps, and unfortunately tonight when you're trailing against a Waco team that you honestly, and no disrespect to Waco, they have played well tonight, but this is a team that Georgetown should be putting a clinic right now, and the Waco defense is saying, no, you're not, and you're not going to talk that way about us. And credit to those young men and that coaching staff for figuring out this Georgetown team early.
Yeah, you got to tip your hats to them. They've been effective and at stopping Georgetown, albeit that Georgetown has self-inflicted injuries and penalties that have just cost them, and one that cost them a touchdown just a few moments ago.
The injured player for Waco able to get up and head off the field on his own as he jogs his way gingerly off. It'll be 4th down and a long 16. Georgetown's going to line up to go for this one here. Why not? You're in no man's land. You've got the ball on your own 38-yard line, near side hash mark. We may see a little pooch punt, though. We'll see what happens. They've done this before in the past. 4:21 to go. Georgetown has it on a 4th and long 16. They're going to pass here. Seosin across the middle, tipped up into the air, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver at the 10-yard line, and it was Deshaun Fisher breaking that play up on Noah Drum, I believe, the intended receiver.
Yeah, that pass just a little bit behind Drum, and Deshaun Fisher got a hand on it and knocked it of any hopes of being caught.
So a turnover on downs for Georgetown. That's their first turnover on downs of the night. Waco will now take over with 4:16 to go on their 9th possession of this ball game, and they've got – you don't really want to – normally this wouldn't be a comfortable lead, but the way the game is tonight, I'm just going to say they've got a comfortable 4-point lead with 4:16 to go in the third. They'll start here. Waco will on the near side hash mark on their own 33-yard line. And after the tuck and run here, I believe it was a handoff.
Yeah,
no, it was a keeper there, and the quarterback will only get back to the original line of scrimmage. It was Fuller on the keeper.
It was a botched play on that one where James Taylor and Fuller were confused and ran into each other, and Fuller managed to get control of the ball and get it back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd 11 on their own 22. The handoff to the back as he finds his way in between the hash marks and the numbers on the far side. A good run there on 2nd down to James Taylor, the running back senior, and he'll get his team to a 3rd and manageable. It looks like about 6 to go. He'll pick up that granola bar. They actually, looks like they gave him 5 on the play, so no granola bar tonight. You know, I heard the hard granola bars, you put water on them and you put them in the microwave and they soften up. I may try that. Bridget told me. Hello, Bridget, beautiful girlfriend out there in internet land on a 3rd and 5 from the 38. Low snap. Waco has all day. Now the pocket collapsing. Flags fly. There's going to be a holding penalty. And Fuller is going to continue to run. He'll spin around, and he's drugged down outside the 50 into Georgetown territory at the 46. But again, there was a hold back there, I believe.
I think it was a chop block, Rob, on number 54, which we do not have a name for.
And that'll bring the ball back. What variety were we looking at here tonight, Michael, on this one? 15.
I think it's a 10-yard variety.
They're still going.
Are they still going?
Yeah, now they bring it back. 10-yard it is. That'll bring the ball all the way back after that chop block to the Waco 28, just in between the marks. More so the ball sitting on that far side, left to right we go for Waco. 2:45 to go. The Lions have the lead and the ball. 7-3, 3rd down and 15. The snap back to Fuller. He has room. Throws this one up into the air. It is in and out of the reach, incomplete at the 45. Great defense on the play by Georgetown saying, no, you don't. That's Taco Williams with the defensive play, forcing Waco to punt it away.
Waco lucky not to get another holding call. Number 78 had two hands full of Colby Cummings' jersey and was able to get by with it.
Taco Williams had an interception last week for Georgetown. He was our Georgetown Eagle Defensive Player of the Game on the SHN Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Here on a 4th and 15, flag flies early, and this punt will sail up into the air at the 35 in between the hash marks, and Georgetown will have it and drug down immediately as Noah Drum. He will get a couple to the 39. There is a flag, though. We'll see what happens. Not sure exactly on that play. Georgetown showing, hey, this penalty may be against Waco. Coach Dean talking things over with the officials on the near side at the 40 just in front of us. Coach Dean in the Georgetown coaching white shirt and gray slacks tonight, as he always is.
Illegal formation on the offense.
As you just heard there, an illegal formation on the offense. Georgetown declines it, and they will have the ball on their side of the field with 2:26 to go and trailing 7-3. Michael, I got to be honest, Georgetown needs to find a way to drive this ball down. They're on their own 39. They have got to find the end zone on this drive to give this team a little life.
They got to stop making the mistakes. Mistakes have plagued the Eagle offense all night long. If they're going to win this game tonight, they're going to have to overcome these mistakes and stop making them.
7-3, Georgetown trails their only score coming on the second possession of the night. It was a 26-yard field goal by Diaz, and that's their only 3 points on the board. 1st and 10, Georgetown from their own 39 in between the marks. Seosin, a delayed handoff. He's going to keep it, and Seosin is going to run into a red brick road. I'm not talking to yellow brick. I'm talking red brick tonight, and he will be stopped for a loss in the backfield. We'll see if they give him a loss. No, they don't. They say he got back to the original line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Clark, the defensive end, with a nice early hit there on Seosin. 2nd down and 10. From the 39 on the near side hash mark, Georgetown trails 7-3, 1:50 to go here in the third. The handoff on the near side hash mark. Plowing his way forward is Georgetown. He'll pick up a healthy 5 or 6. It'll be 3rd down and manageable as Torres back in for the running duties. And now running back into the field as well as Isaiah Fillmore. Fillmore will line up as a receiver on the far side alongside Noah Drum. And down on the near side, 2 receivers. It's Corey Coleman and Dylan Cahill. On a 3rd down and 2 for the Eagles, they've got the ball on their own 47-yard line. Man in motion is Torres. Empty backfield, throws up. Cahill, a nice quick slant pattern as he has it at the 45 for a Georgetown Eagle. 1st down, Michael, we talked they had to move the chains. They're showing it here now on this drive.
Nice 7-yard pickup on a slant by Dylan Cahill.
Ball on the near side hash mark, 1:07 to go, 3rd quarter. Georgetown trails 7-3. 1st down and 10 from the 45 now in the Waco territory. Seosin shotgun. Torres back there behind him. The handoff to Torres as he plows his way forward up the middle on that near side hash to the 39 of the Waco Lions. And Torres will head off now. And Javante Rodan will come in as the back. So it's Rodan as the back. 2 receivers up on a 2nd down and 4 from the Waco 39-yard line. Georgetown driving, 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Showing blitz, Waco. They were across the line. That's a free play for Georgetown. And Seosin will keep it, dives his way forward at the 34. 1st down for the Eagles. Yeah, Michael, Waco was showing blitz, and they just blitzed a little too hard on that play and waiting to get the official call.
Yep.
And that is the call.
Had several offside penalties tonight on the Lions. Part of it due to the hard count by Seosin, and some of it because they've been playing the blitz all night long.
Coleman will be the receiver on the near side alongside Dylan Cahill. 1 Lone Ranger is Noah Drum up at the top on a 1st down and 10. Georgetown on their own on the Waco 34 from right to left. The keeper by Seosin, stiff arms, trying to spin his way around on his ankle. He's inside the 30. What an extra grab there and run by the quarterback Seosin to the 29. Michael, that little shake and bake Ricky Bobby off that right ankle got him a few more.
Yeah, he was stood up by J.D. Reese and ended up spinning out of it and making extra yardage. And we're to the end of the third quarter, and on to the fourth we go, with the Georgetown Eagles trailing by 4, 7-3 after 3 quarters.
Third quarter brought to you by Todd Hargrove. Thank you, Todd, for being our third quarter sponsor as we move into the fourth quarter of play now. We don't have a fourth quarter sponsor, so we'll put Oak Ridge Disciple House back on the board. They are our presenting sponsor here for Georgetown Eagle football in this 2018 season. Now, Michael, some people may say, what does presenting sponsor mean? That means this is a group of individuals that goes above and beyond the call of duty. They are also a gold sponsor, but the presenting sponsor gets a lot of recognition. We appreciate the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Remember, if you're a man 18 or older or know a man 18 or older who is suffering from drug and alcohol abuse, please give the Oak Ridge Disciple House a call. They can help you overcome that addiction, a Christian character building ministry who does everything they can to help you find a better light at the end of that tunnel. Friends, I got to tell you, there is a light. Oak Ridge can help you find it. Check them out online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Well, again, that's one of those personal relationships, one that you have with Joshua Harris, who leads that program.
Georgetown 2nd down and 5 to start the fourth quarter of action. Seosin shotgun. He's got it on the Waco 29, and a flag flies here, and probably another false start by the Eagles.
And it is. That's going to be on Corey Coleman.
You know, at the half, Georgetown had 6 penalties for 40 yards. They probably got another 6 here in this third quarter. Now in the fourth, we are. Eagles have got to score here, Michael.
That's 2 false start penalties this half so far.
A drive that started on their own 39 now sits on the Waco 39. Seosin shotgun, 2 receivers on our near side from left to right. The miscommunication with Rodan, and Seosin is going to keep it and turn a miscommunication into a positive gain. Inside the 30, he'll have the ball at the Waco 29. They may mark him down at the 28. Nope, they do the 29. Runs that one up the middle on a 2nd down, and a miscommunication play turned into something positive, Michael.
Yeah, that's confusion in the backfield, and that's the third time that's happened for the Eagles tonight.
3rd down and a short 4. 2 backs this time near Seosin. Hard count. Seosin going to hand off to Torres. Torres putting on the Torres motor, and he will get the ball down to the 25, close to a Georgetown Eagle first down, waiting on the official spot. And can we say it? No, he is 1 yard short. Boy, tough mark there for Torres.
He's just a bite from having a granola bar in the first down.
That's right, my friend. At the 26, Georgetown is on the far side. Hash mark from left to right. 4th down and 1. Look for the keeper by Seosin. Whistles blow here, and we have a timeout on the field.
That's going to be called by Waco.
Waco with the timeout. 11:03 to go. We'll keep it right here. Georgetown trailing 7-3. 4th and 1 upcoming. We'd like to thank our friends at Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Eagle football is brought to you by Ricky Poe, owner of Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry specializes in custom jewelry, bridal, watches, repairs, appraisals, and are buyers of gold, silver, coins, and more. Georgetown Jewelry since 2013. Drop by the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown or visit them online at georgetownjewelry.com. I know Ricky Poe very well. He's also a chaplain, and he does some amazing things. He's a chaplain, I believe, for Southwestern University football, if I'm not mistaken.
We'd also like to thank Pregame Insurance Group. Pregame Insurance Group, located in Central Texas, is an insurance provider servicing clients in all 50 states. And we'll get back to them in just a moment as we're set to get back underway. 4th down and 1, critical play for the Eagles in the offense as they've got the ball on the 26-yard line. They've got to get to the 25. Seosin, 2 backs to either side. High snap. He's going to take it himself. Drives up the middle. First down for the Eagles as he punches the ticket in for the first down. Seosin. Pregame Insurance Group is designed to fit your insurance needs and help you manage potential risks, offering a wide variety of insurance products for business and personal needs. Pregame Insurance Group has you covered. For more information, visit them online at www.pigbcs.com. Thank you to Doug Groves and Program Insurance for sponsoring Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports.
Up the middle, and he runs it in. A touchdown for the Eagles. 24-yard touchdown strike on the far side corner. Running it in is Alex Torres.
And guess what, Rob? No flag.
No flag that time. Georgetown punching it home. They've got the lead.
That's the momentum they need. It's the fourth quarter, and it's Georgetown's time to shine.
A 23-yard touchdown run by Torres, and he's over that 70-yard mark. Snap here bobbled around, but the kick is up and good, and Georgetown's got a 3-point lead, 10-7. Michael will keep it right here. We said the Eagles needed to get a score, and none other than Torres got that score for the Eagles. And they've got that 10-7 lead now.
Outstanding job by Xavier Torres. His field of vision is very good. He's got quick feet, quick movement through the line, explodes into the secondary and onto the Holy Land in the end zone.
That's right, man. You know, you used to say, what was it back in the day? I guess what's pay dirt's a baseball term, isn't it? Pay dirt's football. See, you don't got dirt here at Georgetown Field, though. It's nice. You got pay turf. You got pay turf, baby. Right. Georgetown leading 10-7, 10:40 to go here in the final frame of action. Thanks for joining us. Rob Hipp alongside Michael Francis. Georgetown needed the score. They got it from Torres, who's over 70 yards tonight, chewing up that AstroTurf. They're going to have to get some warranty work done on that field tonight if he keeps running the way he is.
Well, look for something to happen here.
Torres last week on his rushing, 25 carries for 93 yards. He didn't have any touchdowns. He averaged 3.7. He's getting close back to that 90-yard mark again. He would love to get over that. Moreno, we saw him come in and play a few. Georgetown will kick here from left to right with 10:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. For the Eagles, it's Matt Diaz. Set to kick this one away. It's up, it's end over end. It's a short kick, and it'll be fielded at the 30 or 29. Running around back over to the far side. It's Sammy Johnson, and Johnson still plowing his way through defenders as he angles his way. Tight roping, he goes near the 50. What a return by Johnson and the Waco High Lions.
What a shot. Delivered by R.J. Moreno, knocking him out of bounds.
Waco on their 10th possession of the night, trailing 10-7, 10:31 to go here in the third quarter, or fourth quarter, beg your pardon. A return there by Johnson for Waco to the 49 on his own side of the field. The Lions will go from right to left as they break out of the huddle full of energy, trying to put this Blue Storm into a hold. We'll see if the defense can hold, though. Breaking out of the huddle, two receivers on the near side, one lone all up top. Quarterback Fillmore, hands off to Johnson, and Johnson still on his feet again. A fumble on the field, and I believe that Waco was able to fall on it there, luckily after a pickup of 3 just in Eagle territory, Michael.
Yeah, and picked up a little granola bar run.
He's second down and 7, Mike.
By Sammy Johnson. Yeah, just shy of a granola bar.
Second down and 7, far side hash mark. Waco has it on the Georgetown 48. Passing over, has a man all alone, and it's caught and broken up at the 20. What a play by Georgetown defense.
Gage Leggett.
Gage Leggett and company breaking that one up, which could have been a monstrous play for the offense. Turns in to a beheading for the defense.
Awesome job by Gage to get in there and get his arm in between Dale Smith's arms to knock that ball away as he was open.
Back in action here, third down and 7. Georgetown shows blitz near the 50. A low pass, and they are going to say it was caught at the 39 for a Waco first down.
I believe that was the right call.
may have been the tight end Oliver Jones on that reception, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it was his receiver Ratliff up high. And I think it was Ratliff. It was him with the reception. 1st and 10. Waco driving on the Georgetown 39 from right to left. Johnson with the carry as he angles in between the hash marks. Now to the numbers. He's brought down after a healthy gain of 4 yards on first. It'll be 2nd and long. He gets it all the way to the Georgetown 35. Second down and 6 on the Georgetown 35. Right to left. Eagles trail 10-7. Waco with the ball. Pass over into the flat on the near side. Spinning around to the 33. Finally brought down on the play, but a nice catch there for Waco. It was Jerome Ratliff. A short gain. It'll be 3rd and a little ways. If you want to call it that, we'll call it 4 yards from here. Ball resting on the 33, Michael.
Kind of wobbly pass from Fuller.
Fuller in shotgun. Has his back. Johnson to his left. 2 receivers on the near side. 2 up top. 3rd and 4. As Georgetown shows blitz from the 29. Chasing him down, and he throws it. Somehow dumps it off to his running back Johnson, and Johnson around the 40, but the Eagles able to bring him back near the original line of scrimmage. The Blue Storm doing their work again, putting pressure on the quarterback.
Outstanding effort by Fuller, who was definitely in the grasp to get that ball to Johnson.
A big play for the defense, Michael, as the Blue Storm said, you know what, we'll send another cold front your way. We'll mix it with a little warm air, and we'll cause a real high-arcing hammerhead thundercloud tonight. They did it on that play, my friend.
Well, the Waco punt team is on the field.
Possibly look for a fake here as Ratliff, this ball could go into the hands of Ratliff, and we may have a timeout on the field waiting to see the official call here. It
Got
is
a flag on the field.
4th down and 9 from the 39.
Delay of game.
It is a delay of game, so definitely not going to fake it here now. The punter for Waco, wearing number 80, Chris Esqueda. We've called his name, Esqueda, quite a few times tonight. There's been a lot of punting tonight. This was the 10th drive for Waco that started out back on their side of the field. And they're set to punt this one away. I believe that's Drum near the 10. Fumbles around on that punt, gets it up, end over end it goes. It's fielded by Drum at the 12. On the outside he runs, still tight roping, but the flags fly yet again. He's out of bounds near the 30. This may be another hold against Georgetown, Michael.
Maybe a hold or a block in the back.
Why not? Why not? You know, maybe they need new – maybe the thing is they need new penalty flags, so they just keep throwing them to wear them out faster.
I'll tell you what, it's been a penalty-laden game, that's for sure.
That penalty flag resting around the 23-yard line. 7:15 to go in the game. Eagles holding on by a few small threads, 10-7 here on their home field for this 2018 opener. We'll have the official call here as we send it down to the field.
Illegal block at the back, number 40. That penalty declined. Holding on number 20. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Check that, 16 on the hold. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Results of play, 1st down, Georgetown.
Sounds like Gage Leggett got the penalty there as there was holding. There was blocking in the back originally. It was the first penalty. It was 2 on Georgetown. Jack Sheenman called for the first one. They declined that one and then got Gage for the hold. That will set Georgetown back to the 12-yard line. So Georgetown on their 11th possession of the night. They will start out here on their own 12. Siosin, shotgun, trips down. Has a back behind him. He is going to hand off to that back, and he front rolls himself. Somersault catapult to the 18.
Corey Ebron on the tackle, and he rolls Torres over him. It actually helps him to gain 2 more yards.
Torres catapulted his way to the 18. It's 2nd down and 4. Georgetown has it on their own 18-yard line. Torres in the backfield. Another handoff to Torres. He finds Daylight at the 30. Daylight still as he angles to the outside. He's brought out of bounds at the 40. Torres coming alive here in the 4th quarter.
Outstanding effort by Torres. And you see him hit that high gear once he sees he's out in the clear open space, and heads for the sideline and picks up the extra yardage and that Eagle first down.
Eagle fight never dies on this drive. 1st and 10 from their own 40 on the far side from left to right. This time it's Rodan, and Rodan says, Rodan, I did, baby. Got it down to the 30. Now we're calling it at the 46. What a run by Rodan on 1st down, picking up 6. And, Michael, that's going to be the most exciting 1st down 6-yard run you'll ever hear.
Oh, man, Rodan, I can.
Rodan, I can.
Yes, sir.
2nd down and a short 4, 6:11 to go. Georgetown's got it on their own 46. From top to bottom is Drum. Now trips down, high snap. The handoff to Rodan, angling in between the numbers. On the far side, he dives his way forward, plows his way to the 45 for a Georgetown 1st down.
Well, Rob, I got to be honest with you right here. I believe that the big men up front are starting to wear down this defensive front of the Waco Lions.
The Eagles in their hurry-up offense, it's effective. 5:50 to go, leading 10-7. They've got it 1st down and 10 on the Waco 45. High snap, Siosin, hands off to Rodan. Rodan up the middle, still on his feet, runs into the official. Rodan spins around, and he's still going down to the 30 on the far side with another run by Rodan.
What a bruising power back Rodan is. Big young man, huge.
And Michael, he ran right into the official and still picked up positive yardage.
Xavier Torres back in the backfield.
On a 1st down and 10, Georgetown on the Waco 31 as they move from left to right. 5:19 to go, leading 10-7. High snap, Siosin, hands off to Torres, who just checked back in. Torres, as he runs it up on the far side hash mark, he'll have a healthy gain to the 26, getting close to that red zone, trying to protect and add a cushion to that 3-point 10-7 lead here in the final frame of play.
Tell you, Rob, I got to tip my hat to Jackson Siosin. He's dealt with high snaps all night long, and he's kept them contained.
2nd down and 5 from the 26. It is Torres. Torres bounces to the outside, spins his way. He's near the 10. He's in the red zone, and it's a 1st down for the Eagles as they keep the drive alive, threatening the end zone.
That'll make it 1st and goal to go, Rob, as they spot him at the 9, and looks like the Lions have another player down.
Someone messaging tonight saying, can you please tell the announcer to say Neich? We've seen Johnny out there a few times. We called his name earlier. He's got a nickname on the team. They call him the Nightmare, Johnny Neich. We appreciate the Neich family. Thanks for tuning in. A shout-out coming in from Zane Haas's grandma in Deer Park, Texas. Thank you to all of you listening. Folks here saying, Rob, is the game audio only in YouTube? It is, and I got to clarify this. We say it every year, so I want to get it out there. UIL prohibits us from doing live video on Friday nights. You will get the audio. You will get the video after midnight. So just to clear that up, we cannot do live video on Friday nights. If you see it somewhere else, call the UIL. We love those guys. We appreciate them. We're just following the rules. So, again, audio only on Friday nights. We appreciate our listeners out there. Some other folks talking, saying, thank you for fixing the broadcast so there's just one game. I'm not sure what that is. Thank you for listening, though. David England on camera. And I believe Julia Engelman watching us and listening in tonight. 4:45 to go. Eagles lead 10-7. 1st down and goal. Georgetown will have it from the 9-yard line. Rob Hipp with Michael Francis. Michael, it's been a good one here in the waning moments of this 4th quarter of action.
It really has. Georgetown's starting to take control of this game.
If you've got a shout-out, send them to us by text message, 512-522-9105. Again, 512-522-9105. 1st down and goal from the 9. Siosin hands off to Rowe. No, Siosin keeps it as he bounces his way up the middle. He'll have a healthy gain to the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 6 for the Georgetown Eagles.
Siosin with the quarterback keeper.
A lot of tight muscles and cramps going on. A Waco player injured there on the field. Michael, will go over some of these sponsors again here today.
Minuteman Press in Georgetown is a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle and Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. For all of your design, printing, and promotional needs, Minuteman Press is your one-stop shop for all of your marketing products and services. Minuteman Press can be found online at www.mmptx.com. Thank you to Ty Gibson and Minuteman Press for your generous support in helping make these broadcasts possible. We would also like to take this opportunity to thank Georgetown Jewelry. Austin ISD Thursday Night Football is brought to you in part by Ricky Poe, owner of Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry specializes in custom jewelry, bridal, watches, repairs, appraisals, and are buyers of gold, silver, coins, and more. Georgetown Jewelry since 2013. Drop by the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown or visit them online at georgetownjewelry.com.
Appreciate it, Michael. Appreciate our sponsors, Ricky Poe. You are amazing. And thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. Kristen Miller at eteachingme.com for first quarter, second quarter. Chris Courtney Home Inspections. We couldn't do what we do without you. Thank you. Back in action, second down and goal from the 6. Seosin shotgun, leading 10-7, 4 minutes to go. A keeper by Seosin. He has it as he dives his way across the goal line at the A. Georgetown extends their lead 16-7 on that 6-yard quarterback keeper up the middle by none other than Jackson C. to the ocean, baby.
Every play, that drive on the ground, Georgetown rammed it right down the Lions' throats, and they were successful. Power running, smash mouth Georgetown football.
An 88-yard total drive capped off by that 6-yard run. The point after kick is up, and it is good. Georgetown finding some rhythm here late in the fourth quarter, extending their lead to 10, 17-7. This is the Eagle offense we have been waiting for, and they're finally starting to wear down this very tough and competitive Waco High 6A football team. We're going to take a quick break and step aside. Georgetown Eagle football will continue after a word from our friends and the SHN Commitment to Community Showcase sponsor, the PCA.
Have you seen the culture around youth sports lately? The short-sighted, sometimes ugly win-at-all-cost attitude has driven many kids away from wanting to participate. At Positive Coaching Alliance Central Texas, we believe that sports is an amazing way for kids to learn crucial life lessons, how to react to winning, coping with disappointment, and improving through effort. Come join PCA, Central Texas movement to create a healthy sports environment. Visit pca-centraltx.org.
This is Taco Williams, defensive back.
This is RJ Moreno, running back.
This is Noah Drum, wide receiver.
This is Mason Meyer, defensive end.
This is Johnny Neich, defensive back.
This is Dylan Cahill, slot receiver.
This is Gage Leggett, defensive back, and you're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports.
Back in action here from Georgetown High School. Rob Hipp alongside Michael Francis at the 4:11 mark. Georgetown leads 17-7. They'll kick off from the 40 from left to right. This one, a deep kick. It's going to sell at the 3 on the near side of hash mark as Waco runs from right to left. Finding a groove in between the hash marks. Another healthy return, this time up to the 29, but fumble. It may be a fumble, and Georgetown says they've got it, and they do. The Eagles special teams, but we do have a flag way deep in the backfield at the 44. Hold it just a moment, folks. We may have to put the horse back in the trailer.
Saul De La Rosa on the fumble recovery. At the Laundries, like he said, up around midfield, which would indicate possibly offsides by the kicking team.
And it's unfortunate it is a 5-yard will be a test, and it is no recovery for the Eagles. They've shot themselves in the foot again, unfortunately, and that was a great job there by the sophomore, one of only 2 sophomores on this football varsity team, Saul De La Rosa. Georgetown will re-kick it. Tough break there, Michael, as the Eagles special teams were getting into it. Georgetown fans, some of them starting to make their way out of here early. You got to stay, folks. There's 4:01 left in the game. think a lot of folks thought it may rain tonight. We still had a healthy turnout here at Birkelbach Field. It's because they knew Michael Francis was in the house. They said, when Mike comes, man, it's DJ Magic Mike. Make the car go boom, baby. That's an old rapper, man.
Magic Mike.
DJ Magic Mike. Make the car go boom, boom, boom. Back in the day, man, we used to have the big subwoofer in the back of the Nissan Datsun truck, and we would jam out on that 10-inch speaker. We thought we were in high heaven, baby. Georgetown will kick this one off again. It's Matt Diaz as they'll reset and kick here at the 4:01 mark from left to right now from the 35. This one more of a line drive. It'll take a drop right into the hands at the 15 in between the hash marks. Running it up in between is Taylor. Taylor to the outside, and Georgetown will stop him at the 30. And that is where Waco will take over here and try to get some life as they're trailing by 10 with 3:53 to go.
Blue Storm defense back out on the field, and you really got to tip your hat to that Blue Storm defense. So far, they've only given up 7 points through 7 quarters of play. And tonight, with the offense making as many mistakes as they've made and keeping Georgetown in this game.
Possible upset tonight. Cypress Ranch High School defeats Westlake 25-21 on a 1st down and 10 just inside the 33. Waco has it, still on his feet, dancing around, dodging through defenders, and dropped in the backfield after he went to the outside and then came back in. The Blue Storm getting him in the back.
Jack Schneeman in on that knockdown there at the end of the play, and that just a testament to the speed of the Georgetown secondary.
Taylor Bell down there as well. It was Sammy Johnson, the running back, on the carry. Johnson stopped back there in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down and 13 after the 3-yard loss. The ball at the 29, 3:15 to go. Waco trailing 17-7 from right to left. They have the ball. The handoff again this time. Johnson leaps over a Georgetown Eagle. He's still on his feet across the 40 and brought down for the 1st down at the 45. But wow, what a play. Running down was Sammy Johnson. Finally brought down by number 16 for Georgetown, Elijah Clough. He hurdled a player, Michael, as he angled towards the inside.
Outstanding effort by Sammy Johnson.
2:54 to go, clock ticking here. Georgetown leads 17-7. Waco trailing. They have the ball from right to left. Fuller, shotgun, passing in the flats over near the 50. Has his man, has a catch as he angles to the outside in between the numbers now in the Blue Storm, trying to bring him down. A great bounce around by Ratliff, but he'll be stopped after a short gain near the, call it the 42. We'll see if they mark him at the 43. Coming up from that pile for Georgetown with the tackle, it was Abel Morales. It was not Abel Morales.
Number 43.
May have been Gage Leggett out there. Oh, I beg your pardon. It was hard to see. It was Elijah Clough. I got to get my glasses on. 2nd down and 7 from the 43 in the Eagle territory. Waco has it. They punch it up the middle. They've got the ball on the outside hash mark to the 39. 1:58 to go, trailing 17-7. It'll be 3rd down and short for the Waco High Lions. Michael, an impressive drive in the works here that started on their own 30 at the 4:11 mark. Now it's 3rd and 3 on the Eagle 39. Far side hash mark. High snap, hands off. Johnson in between the hash marks, dives forward. He's close to the 1st down, and I think he's got it at the 35, and he does. And that was actually James Taylor coming in running the ball. There's an injured Georgetown player on the field. Michael, at the 134 mark, Georgetown holding on to that 10-point lead. It's been pretty impressive so far for the Eagles here, Michael, in this 3rd quarter, or towards the end of the 3rd, really, but you talk about towards the end of the 4th has really been the decision and the game maker for Georgetown right now. They trailed early in this game. They led early 3-0. They trailed at one point 7-3, and now there's been 10 unanswered. Beg your pardon, there's been 14 unanswered by Georgetown. They're able to hold on here, and they got 134. There's still some life Georgetown has 3 timeouts. The Lions, though, time working against them is they've only got 1 timeout left here at 1:34. They've got the ball, though. They're threatening as they've got it in Georgetown territory on a 1st down and 10. They'll start things here at the 35, Michael.
Now Georgetown going to play for pride to keep them from scoring.
The 35 we are for Waco on Georgetown side. The handoff to Taylor, and Taylor will pick up 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 6. He's got the ball on the far side. Hash mark at the 31. The Blue Storm trying to hold. You can hear the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band. UIL made state last year. Congratulations to those awesome band members. The Georgettes making their way down here on a 2nd down and 6 on a Friday night from the 31 of Georgetown. Plowing his way forward, it's only a gain of 3. The ball carrier yet again was Taylor, and it'll be 3rd down and a short 3. There's no hurry up here as Waco is just kind of saying, you know what, we're out of this one. That's really how they're playing. I can't believe it. When they had approximately 2 minutes to go, and Michael, they've just kind of turned off the gears here. 3rd down and 3 from the 28 of Georgetown. As Fuller bouncing his way around, Jordan Fuller, he's tackled by the ankles, coming up huge and throwing his fists into the air for the Eagles. It was Martinez and company. Great tackle there at the 26-yard line on the near side. It'll be 4th down and a short 1, Michael.
Timeout by Waco, which is surprising they hadn't called the timeout earlier. Get with 15 seconds left in the game and call the final timeout.
Oh, and boy, a missed call there. Mason Meyer was held in the backfield. There was no call on that as Mason Meyer was held on that previous play. And I actually believe that may have been Taylor Beal on that ankle tackle. 18 seconds to go. Georgetown leads 17-7. Thanks for joining us tonight on a Friday night here in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. I'm Rob Hipp, Michael Francis in the booth, Galen Welnicki on stats, Joshua Harris here in the booth as well. Not only our presenting sponsor, not only a gold sponsor, but up here helping as well. We appreciate Joshua Harris in the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Nathan Harris running some dials for us as well. And last but not least, David England on camera. He's got his thumb in the air through the glass. We see you, David. He's got it high up into the air. We couldn't do it without our SHN family. Here on a 4th down and 1. Waco has the ball on the Georgetown 26. Chase down. Meyer can't get to him. It's going to be a 1st down, angling to the outside. What a run on that play by Kimion Taylor, the wide receiver. Georgetown had an opportunity back there. It was Mason Meyer, but he just couldn't get the gas pedal going enough, Michael.
Yeah, it gets tough when you're one of those big old defensive front linemen and you're trying to run down a running back.
Meyer's had a couple of big ones tonight. Another injury timeout here on the play. We'll give a special thanks as we go on here tonight to Minuteman Press in Georgetown, a proud supporter of Georgetown Eagle and Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. For all of your design, printing, and promotional needs, Minuteman Press is your one stop for all of your marketing products and services. That's Minuteman Press. They can be found online at www.mmptx.com. A special thank you to Ty Gibson and Minuteman Press for your generous support in helping make these broadcasts possible. A lot of wonderful folks that have made this happen tonight. The title sponsor and gold sponsor, Joshua Harris of the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Ricky Poe, Georgetown Jewelry, Ty Gibson of Minuteman Press, our silver sponsor, Doug Groves from the Program Insurance Group. Hey, and by the way, got to mention it, they are our insurance agent here at SHN, so we appreciate Doug and Gene Lawhon and all those fine folks there at Program Insurance. Used to be Dady Insurance, by the way. Team supporters, Boomtown Escapes. We'll get to them later on this season. Valerie Nicholson signed up for one game apiece, but we're going ahead and giving her a little love tonight, if you will, because she's a sponsor, but she's not in yet, but we're going to go ahead and just mention her anyway. So we appreciate you, Valerie, at Boomtown Escapes. And our SHN Commitment to Community PSA, Trennis Jones with the Positive Coaching Alliance of Central Texas. First quarter sponsor, Kristen Miller, eteachingme.com. Second quarter, Chris Courtney of the Courtney Home Inspections, online at courtneyhomeinspection.com. And then our third quarter, last but not least, Todd Hargrove, the Todd Hargrove State Farm Agency. Michael, I wanted to say it. We need sponsors. I know it sounded like a lot, but there's a lot that goes on. We don't charge the Booster Club for this broadcast. Therefore, we need you. As you can tell, we're excited. We promote your product, your services. We've got folks that can literally testify to that we have been there to help them out. Please sponsor. We need you. We're asking for it, and we will do a good job bringing you out there as well. 512-522-9105. Again, if you're able to sponsor, we would love to have your support. 512-522-9105. Send us a text. We'll get more to you. 1st and 10, high snap from the 23 for Waco in the flats, and he stepped out of bounds. That's a loss of 1 on the play as that pass went into the backfield into the hands of Rodney Ratliff. And that's the end of the game. Georgetown on a final play, knocking them out. The Eagles win, and Coach ain't going to be happy about this one, Michael, but they do pull out that victory. Now they put 2 seconds back on the clock, so let's give it just a second here. I'm getting ahead of myself, Michael.
You weren't the only one. Both sides were getting ahead of it. They're already lined up at midfield, so you're not the only one, but it gives an opportunity for Waco to run one more play.
Hats off to this Waco team. Really, if you want to talk about a clinic tonight, even though they're going to be on the losing end, these guys can be really happy coming in here against a tough Georgetown team and not allowing them to run away with this. And on the final play of the game, Georgetown will be victorious 17-7. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got post-game discussion and more Eagle football on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue. Again, don't go anywhere. We've got post-game discussion and more. We'll be right back here in a few moments.
This is Taco Williams, defensive back.
This is RJ Moreno, running back.
This is Noah Drum, wide receiver.
This is Mason Meyer, defensive end.
This is Johnny Knight, defensive back.
This is Dylan Cahill, slot receiver.
This is Gage Leggett, defensive back, and you're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports.
Have you seen the culture around youth sports lately? The short-sighted, sometimes ugly win-at-all-cost attitude has driven many kids away from wanting to participate. At Positive Coaching Alliance Central Texas, we believe that sports is an amazing way for kids to learn crucial life lessons, how to react to winning, coping with disappointment, and improving through effort. Come join PCA, Central Texas movement to create a healthy sports environment. Visit pca-centraltx.org.
Back in action, having fun up here in the booth. Rob Hipp alongside Michael Francis, Joshua Harris, Nathan Height, Galen Welnicki. Georgetown victorious tonight, 17-7. We'll have end-of-game stats and more, but, man, we got to talk about it, Michael. Georgetown, this is not a game that's going to go down as one that they want to remember, even though they were victorious 17-7.
Well, you don't want to forget it, because if you forget, you're doomed to repeat it, and we don't need another repeat of what we saw tonight.
It's like
we saw 3 quarters of very sloppy, mistake-ridden Georgetown Eagle football.
And really, I'll take it even a step further. Good analysis. I'll even take it at 3.5 quarters before they really finally started to find their rhythm there late in the fourth with about 5 or 6 to go as we break down the drive summaries. I'm not going to break down every one of them because you guys would get bored and turn us off. There was so much punting tonight. 11 total possessions by either team in this ball game. The first 2 possessions, or the first possession by either team, resulted in a punt. Georgetown finally scoring at the 3:37 mark in the first quarter. That drive started on their own 43, capped off by a 26-yard field goal that was put in by Diaz. And after that, we just go into nightmare mode. Punt, 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 fumble, punt, 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 fumble. If you want to look at it like that, then the end of the quarter, We go into the third, an interception by Georgetown to Waco. We thought the defense had some rhythm. They lost it, though. Georgetown on their own 32 resulted in a punt. And then Waco, for the first time, led in the third quarter at the 7:49 mark. They took a 7-3 lead. Georgetown had the ball back on the ensuing possession. They fumbled, but then the defense took care of business. It was Gage Leggett with the interception. Then we go to a turnover on downs by Georgetown, a drive that stalled, started on their own 48. Then Waco punting from their own 33, and then really putting that cushion for the Eagles when they needed it. On the 10th possession, a drive that started out on the Georgetown 39, capped off by a 23-yard touchdown run by Xavier Torres. Georgetown led at that point 10-7 at the 10:40 mark. They would score yet again on the following possession in the 11th. On their own 12, they took it down 88 yards. It was capped off by a 6-yard touchdown run. I believe the quarterback keeper by Siosen, and that was the final score, 17-7 after the extra point kick was good. Michael, a sloppy game, but Georgetown got the win, and at the end of the day, a win is a win. And
you take a
where
win,
do we begin?
You take a win any way you can get it. And Georgetown fortunate to come out with a win tonight versus the Waco Lions. Waco played with a lot of heart. They came back after Georgetown and didn't let Georgetown's reputation dictate to them how the game was going to be played. They came out and played Waco Lion football. They paired up well with our receivers and kept Jackson Siosen off balance, and Siosen struggling to get passes to his receivers. Comes back out and makes the adjustment in the second half. He's getting the ball to his receivers, but they're not making the catches. And penalty after penalty after penalty of false starts, holding, inopportune times, cost a touchdown. Rodan had that long touchdown called back. So penalties were the story of the night for Georgetown.
Well, that was the story of the night. We'll go over those stats in here in just a few moments. We're going to step aside, take another quick break. We'll be right back as we will wrap up this game with stats and more. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle postgame will continue in a few minutes right here on SHN Sports.
Have you seen the culture around youth sports lately? The short-sighted, sometimes ugly win-at-all-cost attitude has driven many kids away from wanting to participate. At Positive Coaching Alliance Central Texas, we believe that sports is an amazing way for kids to learn crucial life lessons, how to react to winning, coping with disappointment, and improving through effort. Come join PCA, Central Texas movement to create a healthy sports environment. Visit pca-centraltx.org.
This is Taco Williams, defensive back.
This is RJ Moreno, running back.
This is Noah Drum, wide receiver.
This is Mason Meyer, defensive end.
This is Johnny Knight, defensive back.
This is Dylan Cahill, slot receiver.
This is Gage Leggett, defensive back, and you're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports.
Well, welcome back to Georgetown Eagle football. Victorious tonight, a 17-7. I had to look back at the scoreboard there. Victory for the Georgetown Eagles here on their home field to open up 2018 regular season play at home. We've still got a couple of more preseason games, if you will, and then the Eagles will start that district play matchup. We'll go over that schedule and more, but Michael, tonight as we break down the stats, things at halftime a little unmatched, and actually as we went along, despite the scoreboard, first downs were pretty even as Waco found some rhythm on offense. We saw that. They ended up with 18 total first downs compared to 19 of Georgetown. Waco on 28 attempts rushed for 123 yards, I believe. Is that correct, Galen? Just looking here. Yeah, 61 on one play. Georgetown, though, boy, they chewed it up tonight. 40 rushes for 220 yards. You got to get the warranty folks out here on the field. I think they're going to have to do some work on that turf, my friend. 11 for 20 in the passing game for Waco, 2 interceptions, 70 yards. Georgetown goes 9 of 24. No picks for Siosen tonight. Had a close one, but it's an impressive game for Siosen nonetheless. 108 yards. Total tonight, 48 plays, 193 for the Waco Lions. Georgetown finished 64 total plays, 328 Fumbles for Waco, 0-2. Georgetown, 2 for 2. So Waco put the ball on the ground twice. Georgetown could not find anything as far as that goes. They did pull some out of the air, though. And Georgetown's got to work on the turnovers because they dropped 2. They lost 2 tonight. Penalties, 10 for 80. My goodness for Waco. But then Georgetown seemed like more, 12 for 90. You're talking about almost an entire football field in penalties tonight. If you look at the final numbers, Seosin goes 17 for 33. And that's the way it goes. I mean, Rhodes on the ground had 6 carries, 42. Carpenter, 5 for 88. So you look at the numbers. Overall, a great night for Georgetown. Torres, though, if you're going to pick a player of the game, I think it's going to go to Torres tonight as he was over $124 on the night. On the ground, man, Torresing it up, baby, tonight here, if you will, Michael.
Oh, outstanding play and effort by the running back. Torres just pounded, and then put Rodan in there and have him ground and pound through there. That long drive to cap off that last touchdown for the Eagles was just nothing but a clinic in how to run the football.
Well, there were some highlights on the other end for Waco as well, as they got a little bit of a running game established, but the Blue Storm tonight said, you know what, things may have been clearing out here up in the sky, but we're going to bring the thunderstorm. I talked about the hammerhead clouds, the anvils, whatever you call them. The Weather Channel may have wanted to come out here tonight to see the storm that Georgetown started putting on there in the fourth quarter. So, if you're a Weather Channel fan, you better start watching the Eagles because you'll love the thunderstorms you see sometimes on that defense, my friend.
Right.
Well, Michael, your final thoughts here. You've been through 2 now. You've got to see a Georgetown team against Wiley who looked very impressive, and then a Georgetown team tonight that kind of flipped the script, but they did turn it around early. If you're just a fan and you're looking at the stat line, you would have said, even though the score was that low, Georgetown appeared that they dominated, but that's not really the case tonight.
Well, this is the part of the year where if you're going to have struggles, you want them to happen now. You don't want them to happen in district play when it could really cost you, especially in the tough district that 11-5A is. You got some outstanding teams that are there. So if you slip, it could cost you a playoff spot with this group of teams.
Well, Michael, we've played Wiley. We've now played a 6A Waco team. So we go from a 4A team that bumped up to 5A in Wiley. We go to a Waco team that barely beat University up there in Waco in that rivalry game, a team, unfortunately, that's lost 48 in a row. And then tonight, Georgetown early almost looked like they were going to fall. They rebound, they win. And then we continue to look down the road here. South San Antonio, that game going to be right back here at home. Then we get the bye week, a little bye. I don't want to try to sing because I can't do it. Joshua was telling me, don't do that, man. He almost walked out of here.
I have to say, Rob, y'all couldn't see this, but in between breaks, this is the man, DJ Jazzy Hipp, right here.
We were just doing a little flow up here, if you will, man.
He's got rhyme in his game.
We were having fun, my friend. As we continue to look down the schedule, though, September 28th, that's when we head up to Tarleton State University at Stephenville. We'll play Stephenville there at Tarleton State. That's going to be a fun one. The 10th, though, that is the district play as we open district play versus Hutto here at home. It's going to be a great game because the last 2 years it's been back and forth. We beat Hutto on their field. Hutto beat us on and we beat Hutto on their field in stunning fashion nonetheless. Hutto will be right back here to try to put another whooping on us. That's the district opener on October the 5th. And then on October the 12th, we travel to Cedar Park. Did we have a final on that Cedar Park score tonight? They were down early, and that game ended up getting delayed, it sounded like. Nathan was telling us here. On the 19th, Pflugerville, that'll be the homecoming game here at home. Then we travel to Mustang Country over at Manor. That on the 26th. That's a new team in the district. Then we play Rouse here on November the 12th. And then finally we close out the season. I won't be on that broadcast. Brad Tillery more than likely will be on the play-by-play with Kelly Duvall on that game at Connolly, a Thursday night live video game. I'm not talking about like video game. I'm talking about live video football game. So,
right.
Michael, closing comments from you. It's been a blessing these first 2 games, my friend. Let's close this one out and get out of here.
I've enjoyed it, and just let me say it. EF&D, baby.
EF&D, if you got to say it slowly, because it's Eagle Fight Never Dies. Hey, friends, love you. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Michael, been a pleasure as well. On behalf of all of our SHN family, Nathan Height helping us behind the scenes alongside Joshua Harris, our statistician, Galen Welnicki, David England running the cameraman. ESPN's going to call him soon. We may lose him if he keeps that quality up. And then Michael Francis, we appreciate you as well. And last but not least, our good friend Curtis Parker and all the fine staff, Coach York, and everyone here at Georgetown ISD. We sincerely appreciate you. Remember, friends, as I end every broadcast, remember, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. Help these kids. Thank you to Oak Ridge Disciple House for being our season presenting sponsor, and Joshua Harris at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Until then, God bless and good night from Georgetown, Texas. We'll see you next time right back here on SHN Sports. See you, friends.
This is Taco Williams, defensive back.
This is RJ Moreno, running back.
This is Noah Drum, wide receiver.
This is Mason Meyer, defensive end.
This is Johnny Knight, defensive back.
This is Dylan Cahill, slot receiver.
This is Gage Leggett, defensive back, and you're listening to Georgetown Eagle Football on SHN Sports.
Have you seen the culture around youth sports lately? The short-sighted, sometimes ugly win-at-all-cost attitude has driven many kids away from wanting to participate. At Positive Coaching Alliance Central Texas, we believe that sports is an amazing way for kids to learn crucial life lessons, how to react to winning, coping with disappointment, and improving through effort. Come join PCA, Central Texas movement to create a healthy sports environment. Visit pca-centraltx.org.